We've dueled to save the world. We've dueled to graduate high school. But that was the past. And this is the era of Turbo Duels. Join us as ShibuyaKessler. Chat, should I call this episode Dick Pit Stop? Let me know in the comments down below. Shorah.
I figured out the missing signer. It's Yucky with the Crimson Dragon womb tattoo.
God damn it. Calamity Carl.
Was that Frozen Fitzgerald?
Bio Roxas.
I almost didn't show up again to play 14.
Get out.
Not the most shocking thing you could have said. And KZ Excellent.
I showed up. I've played 14. Dick Pit. There, I hit them all.
Use the power of the Millennium microphone to race to the finish and discover what the 5Ds even means. That's a hell of an intro to the episode, I'll tell you what.
And they busted my eyes.
Oh.
Oh?
What's up?
Crazy.
How are we doing, everyone?
I'm going to say between that one and some Kingdom Hearts quote.
Understandable.
How we all doing?
I'm doing.
Bad.
Interesting.
Why?
Just do good.
Dawn Trail's first set of Savage Raids come out next week, so I'm excited.
There you go.
Fucking
See, it all worked out. They appear on the off week.
I know, right?
Look at that.
Thank God that convention
The 1 week
happened.
delay fixed everything. It let me start my Kingdom Hearts marathon on time. It's letting you prog.
Oh.
Uh,
How's everyone doing? We're all going off the release of Infinite Forbidden. That's right, the new Yu-Gi-Oh set that just released.
Is it good?
Oh.
Why'd you moan like that?
Just like audible confusion.
That was fucking gross.
The vocal stem is... I've done that for like 2 months now. I can't stop it.
which vocal stem?
Anytime someone says something, I go, huh?
No, that's really
cat.
good.
I get it.
The cat.
That's a very good stem. Currently, it's just been
Hey.
this clip of Beavis and
like that it was
Butthead.
just silence.
What's this?
Oh, what's this?
Hey, not to potentially spoil a future edit, but you should look out for that cat in a future edit on this episode. It's very
good
funny you
heavens.
bring this up. It's almost like you're foreshadowing a thing you know nothing about, Teehee.
Well, love it.
Everything happens for a reason.
The reason is it's funny, I like to think, but you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hold on, where's my fucking Jeff Bridges soundboard? Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude! How can you make a read like that? Like
That had to have been his first take, and they were like, "We are not wasting time retaking that, Jeff. You're good. That's it. You're done." That's a real.
They had to have been. We have to cut quick before someone loses their shit over that read.
God, Tron Legacy is a good movie, and no one can tell me otherwise because it has the Daft Punk soundtrack. The visuals are sick as fuck, and you have that line read.
The line read is very funny.
I'm very much looking forward to the third Tron they're currently filming with Jared Leto. Get him in Kingdom Hearts.
I am not looking forward to Jared Leto in Tron. I'm looking forward to beating the shit out of Jared Leto in Kingdom Hearts. That is the only major benefit of this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a hero in that at all. I just know that he's in it.
I hope he's the fucking villain.
How do you guys feel about the missing link delay yet again?
Was that the wafer box printing a date that's very clearly out of date now?
Now, wasn't that like a good few
like
weeks ago?
That was a couple weeks ago, yeah, but it's been like 3 weeks since
I thought
we
I was trapped in a time
done the
loop and got
podcast.
stressed out.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't here last podcast. I gotta catch up.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah.
Oh
Who
yeah,
are
you
you?
weren't.
Yeah, because
playing
charity
Dawn Trail.
stream and Dawn Trail.
Oh, yeah, you're the guy that doesn't watch the episodes.
I think I
remember
still
now.
have.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, the edit is still here. Let me just.
I
get
totally
him.
forgot.
I saw that, yeah.
I totally forgot that
I-
last week I messaged you and was like, "Why aren't you showing up to our show, asshole?" And you just didn't respond because you were doing a charity stream.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
Did
you
you
were doing
message me?
a charity thing. If I knew it was a charity thing and there was at least one person who was fine with leaving to play Dawn Trail, I would have. But I was confused.
I knew it was a charity thing. I just put the Dawn Trail edit on screen because it was funnier to blame it on 14.
Yeah.
Dawn Trail was great. I liked it.
Yeah, I've heard.
I enjoyed my time. I binged it, enjoyed it.
Meanwhile, I've just been replaying Birth by Sleep again, and that game is literally just Cocomelon once you get Magnet and Thunder.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get that. You get like zero gravity, and you just start popping the bubble wrap until you get all the commands up.
Yep.
I'll be doing that probably in a week or two once I get caught up. As
Hell
I'm
yeah.
moving through my marathon games, I'm most of the way through Chain of Memories now.
Okay. Sora's Story, or are you on Riku's now?
I'm on Sora's. I only have I beat Destiny Island, so we're almost done.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm playing GBA Chain of Memories, which is a war crime I've come to learn fully. Now that I'm close to the end, where I'm like, what the fuck were you guys cooking over here?
You said that the last time you played it too, and you're like, I'm never.
Yeah, I
touching
know,
this
but I've
version
reached the
again.
part that's evil, where you go through this game, and eventually they're like, here's 2 health bars for bosses. I'm like, okay, that's appropriate. You fight Vexen in Twilight Town.
God, I hate
2
Vexen
bars.
in Twilight
All
Town.
right. You beat him. You go to Destiny Islands. Next boss, 3.5 bars. I'm like, how did you jump this much that quickly?
Yep. That is the exact point in the game I got stuck on in 2009. It's right after Destiny Islands when
I hit the
Riku 3
I hit
and
the
Lark
double
Scene
boss
2.
fight afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, I hit that double boss fight and went, okay, I'll just grind 10 levels and come back in the next stream and knock it out.
Now,
that shit's it's crazy because if you play Recom a lot, you don't encounter this problem where you activate moves where you stand still and charge it up, and then every boss moves out of the way every single time.
Oh God, that's rough.
I'm appreciating it, but that stuff's making me go insane.
Yeah, no, that's fair. A little bit of hidden lore for you. Part of the reason I hate Larxene so much is specifically because she was my wall to beating Chain of Memories as a kid. She's a bitch, but also she is one of the worst bosses in that game casually when you don't know what you're doing and you don't know that Sonic Blade is the answer.
She has that move where she hits you with a net of electricity and just stuns you and stun locks you. I get it.
Yeah, it sucks.
I get it. All of these dudes are war crimes in some way. Just if you shut them down really fast, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Vexen is rough, but I just built a deck where I got to hit fire rate 15 times.
Understandable. That is in fact.
And then I used Mega Ether Mega Potion and it brought them all back without a reload, and then I did it again. And it's like that makes you think the boss is almost appropriate.
No, that rules. I definitely need to watch the VODs and catch up with the marathon because goddamn, that sounds like it's cathartic as shit.
Yeah, just
Marathon's been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been getting plenty of it done.
That art you got for the marathon is fucking incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've gotten a couple of really good pieces of art. That one recently was very, very good. I'd like to get a print of it made at some point when I'm a bit more liquid.
I really wish that I knew more about modeling and fucking making KH3 mods, because I really want to fucking go through the process of making that Keyblade that I designed for you into a fucking real ass Keyblade for KH3.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've gotten a few pieces of art of different people doing the style for it recently, which has been cool.
Yeah.
Wahoo! Yeah. So, it's been 10 minutes of us not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's enough time for us to start talking about
Let me talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! I got a new deck box, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Yeah, I saw that.
I did see the tweets about that.
Because I wanted to update my deck, and also, the Infinite Forbidden came out, and I got a couple things from there, some interesting cards.
Oh.
The new Maxi.
Oh, yeah, you get those weird, the weird jellyfish Maxi style cards.
The Mimighoul, which is a new archetype, which is really cool. They're flip monsters.
Yep.
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot.
Okay, that's good. You should keep buying it then.
I'm glad you're on a podcast about it then.
I've built 4 decks.
That's rough, buddy.
Damn.
Oh yeah, they keep putting more listings for that new Yu-Gi-Oh game release. The Yu-Gi-Oh Early Days game collection.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Huh.
debating grabbing that depending on what's actually on it and whether or not the JP only games have a translation. That feels like it'd be important.
Yeah, I have to wonder. At the very least, they're not retitling them, so there's just going to be a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 4 and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 6, Expert 2.
Mm-hmm. I also loved the, there was one tweet advertising it with 4 screenshots, and a bunch of them were the localized games, because, like, Sacred Cards is in there. And then you have untranslated Japanese Hitatsumi Giant. It is the funniest shit. Let me see if I can fucking find it. Oh, man.
What's funny is, aside from the dialogue, most of us would get by going, yeah, well, I know what these cards do. They make it. These don't have anything past 2003.
Yeah, you don't have to translate numbers all that much, so we should be good.
It'll
right.
thankfully be okay.
Here is an official post about it. I'm just gonna put it full screen and scroll through, so you can see the first couple screenshots are a little concerning.
I know that card.
Yeah, that's sort of the light.
It's like, you're like, I know Swords of Revealing Light.
That's awesome, dude. So
I learned something from this podcast.
Yeah, top right is looking like it's one of the GBA ones. The ones on the left are very clearly Game Boy, but the untranslated Japanese title screen on top left with the translated Mako Tsunami dialogue is a little funny. And then untranslated Hitatsumi Giant.
Okay, this just seems really like just unorganized, I guess.
Yes.
I bet this stuff will be in English because the middle right one is from Worldwide Edition, a game we have.
Yeah.
Because they just go to that screen like at the very start of that game, so I imagine they just like don't have the assets ready.
My confusion with it is just the fact that we have English screenshots from seemingly one of the Game Boy games, and then everything else is entirely in Japanese. So I'm concerned.
It's just weird because some stuff should be English because we already have it.
Yeah.
Some of it we don't.
I also love that Hitatsumi Giant's name in Japanese is just Cyclops. Shoutouts. Fucking Cyclops. Love that.
I was gonna say Big Eye, and then I went, no, there's a card called Big Eye.
There is, in fact, a monster who already exists named Big Eye.
Yeah.
One big eye, and it busts on my eye. Wait a minute.
I must say, I did get some experience in something that's tangentially related to you, Shibuya.
What's up?
Oh.
And that I finally got lore for the Mind Crush 2 sticker you have on Discord. I've watched all the newer age X-Men films.
I did see that.
That have McAvoy in it.
I'm happy Days of Future Past is still Kino.
As well as Apocalypse. We thoroughly enjoyed our time with that one.
I haven't actually seen Apocalypse. I was shocked that you guys enjoyed it as much.
You need to find out why he gets bald.
Yeah, no, I know that lore's in that movie.
The entire time we're sitting there freaking out, like, oh my god, he's gonna lose his hair now.
Hey.
Oh my god,
every time he's on screen, Aries screaming, "This is gonna be," and I'm like, you need to calm down.
Now, here's the monster known as Big Eye. But what if I told you, Big Eye so good they made Big Eye 2, number 11, Big
that's
Eye.
A fucking Big Eye, dude. That dude's a terrorist. I love him.
A second Big Eye has hit the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game.
Where did the body go?
That's a good question.
Who needs
no more
a
body?
when
Now
you
it's
have
just time for
that
Big
much
Eye.
Big Eye.
Man. I love naming conventions in this game sometimes. Because, like, Big Eye's got 17,000 eyes, so why is he named Big Eye singular? But also, that thing is a spike, why is it called Big Eye? I don't understand.
Because it's got one big eye.
And has an eye.
I see. I understand now.
They should have
Thank
called
you.
him Bigger Eye, and then everything would have worked out.
Large eye.
Rotund.
No.
Oh, never
Didn't
do
like
that
that.
again, please.
That was the fucking Komaeda TikTok noise. Stop that.
I know, that happens way too often.
God.
Like, they put on some, like, Neo-Cranium gaming video recently, and they did the fucking Nagito growling noise. It was horrifying.
God. I hate that. Alright. let's get to talking about peak, because we're hitting the end of season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds here. We're hitting the end of the Fortune Cup. Stakes are relatively high, but episode 25. I forgot that the dub named one of Yusei's friends Nervin. That's fucking awesome.
Nervin.
Fucking
What is
Nervin.
wrong with them?
It's so funny.
God.
This batch, especially in dub, had a lot of really funny lines and funny hard cuts that really are a little bit tonally inappropriate, but also they kind of rule. It also has, flashback to all of Yusei's friends in Satellite getting kidnapped so that they can extort him into dueling in the Fortune Cup in the first place. Thank you, Shorah, for the edit of the guns, which...
I just thought that was real. I'm like, man, they did a sponsor thing for the dub.
No, you know what they do in the dub? They don't change the guns at all, except they turn them, green.
They paint them green.
Dude,
they don't
green
change
guns?
the shape.
We have evolved. No more pointing.
Yeah. They don't have to point. They just have that shit.
You're gonna get hit with paintballs if you don't come with us.
Yeah.
To be fair, those things barely look like fucking guns. They looked like Nerf guns.
No,
like
they
weird-ass
look...
water pistols.
They look more like guns that could exist in Psycho-Pass, because they've got, the diagonal lines on them. They kind of have that styling, where they're, laser guns.
I was really
or
afraid
something.
when you told me what the guns were that you were gonna say, they have orange tips. And I was gonna be like, wait a minute.
That would have been the funniest censorship they could have done,
I'm
and
like,
they should
this
have
kills
done that.
all of the stakes. Wow.
They should have done that, I think, at least once. If Dub Yu-Gi-Oh! Never gives guns an orange tip, they failed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get the flashback as to how they were kidnapped, which is basically just 3 dudes with guns walk up and go, "You're coming with us, dipshits," and they lock them in a fucking storage container in the middle of a goddamn
In the
junkyard.
box.
And then almost immediately after we get another flashback.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's okay, this time it's Jack.
Yeah, so Yusei decides that he's gonna go up and talk to Goodwin. Nobody gets to object to this. He's going to go up and talk to Goodwin, to the point where...
He will do it.
And I am stunned. The dub doesn't cut him beating the shit out of the guards.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah, no, it was really good.
It just has
It's
him,
animated well, too. He beats the
uppercutting these
shit out of
assholes.
those guys.
It's awesome.
fucks
It
them
rules. And, in the sub, Yusei just goes punks as he's beating the shit out of these guys. And I forget the one-liner they give him in the fucking dub, because I was just so stunned that we can allow somebody to punch another person now in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yusei
When
tells...
something's hype enough, you go deaf. That just happens.
Yeah, no, I just whited out
That's
from
normal.
pure good shit for a moment.
Yeah.
Yusei tells everybody who's in the stands, Leo, Luna, the old man, and I forget his name, to leave, because after the duel that he just had with Akiza and how fucked up the stands are, he knows that shit's gonna go down when he duels Jack. They try to leave, and the security tells them, "No, you're not fucking leaving. You sit your asses down and you watch that fucking duel." So they end up going back inside the stadium. Meanwhile, Trudge is here, talking to Goodwin, talking about how they need to shut down the tournament because have you seen what the fuck went on in those stands, dude? This shit ain't safe for the civvies. And then Goodwin is like, I thought I paid you as security, not to fucking give me advice, idiot.
Oh my god. That was so good.
It's delightful.
Yeah, the Japanese sub was just very basic with it, where he goes, "Hey man, I may hate random criminals like you say, but I do not want citizens killed." And he goes, "All right, this is important information. So you're gonna cancel it?" No.
Yeah, no.
I respect your
absolutely
opinion.
not.
I respect your opinion. However, consider money.
Which is funny because in the dub, he's not even respecting his opinion. He's just like, I don't pay you to give me advice. I pay you to be the muscle. Now go out there. I don't give a shit. These civilians are gonna watch cool duels.
In the dub, multiple times, he just fucking looks at Trudge and goes, I thought your job description was meter maid or fucking mall security.
Yeah, he does call him mall security at one point. He also gives him this kind of look, and it's a little bit fucked up, but it's a little bit funny. Thank you, Shorah.
Yeah, it's a bit fierce. A bit aggressive.
That's an SG one, so thank you, SG.
Yeah. Happy Wrath Month. I think gay people should be allowed to kill. Anyway, Yusei beating the shit out of those guards entirely unrelated.
Yeah, I appreciate them giving a scene to show that Trudge is not necessarily evil. He's just, he just doesn't like Yusei. I guess that's my main takeaway from this. Now.
He's a cop, so he inherently hates people he's deemed as lesser and criminals. However, he cares about the regular good, quote-unquote, hard-working civilians in the stands out there.
Yeah, as long as you're not one of the dirty fucking dumpster garbage people, Trudge likes you.
Yeah, as long as you're not one of those.
Have you ever considered those people are ugly and should stay down there? I think he's making some good points.
I had not considered that, actually. That's on
Finally,
me, I
we're
guess.
getting some varied takes on the situation.
So you're saying that everyone in Satellite just needs a facelift. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying that they're all, they all stink. They're all losers.
Whoa!
They should all take a shower.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Yep. Yusei is able to finally make it into the room, and I'm like, oh, okay, they can have like a cool back and forth. This is like a situation where potentially, Yusei and Trudge are on the same side, but then Yusei is like, I don't like you, and said, I want to have a conversation you're not in, and the security throws the dude into an elevator.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how Yusei walks in, and they're like, how'd you get past security? And he's like, he's napping.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Their asses are
With
out
3
cold.
concussions.
Loved it.
So good.
Yeah.
I also like that Jack isn't stupid. At no point do they paint him as being stupid here. He's fully aware that from the get-go, Goodwin has explicitly manipulated him in order to get everybody to this exact moment, to the point where he's able to explain to Yusei exactly what steps he had to take. And that is where we get more flashbacks to Jack's POV of when he stole Yusei's first duel runner and took off to Neo Domino. So, evidently, Jack has always wanted to be a king. And it's to the point where in the sub there's a really good line where somebody asks him this, and he says, only as a king the people really wanted. So all he really wanted was like admiration and respect. And Lazar approaches him in the Satellite, where he's just hanging out in an abandoned theater with this shitty plastic throne on a stage. And I respect the aesthetic.
Kinda hard.
But bro.
Dude has a bedroom and he falls asleep in the chair.
Yeah, he sure does. It's great.
It's fucking empty.
I love Jack Atlas rooms. We've got this cool abandoned shitty throne room. We've got the bar that has a bed in the middle of the floor.
Yeah. Shit's crazy.
His feng shui is crazy.
His feng shui is completely whack. You know whose feng shui is worse? The man with a 10 head. Look at bro sitting in Jack Atlas's chair. He not only doesn't fit, he's also ugly as shit.
I don't know how I missed something this horrible.
I'm pretty sure the face on this one is edited. Thank you, Shorah.
Okay, I was like, how's his forehead?
Okay. I was like, man,
Oh,
this is
God.
worse than like zoomed out Yusei.
Yeah.
It's really fucking funny.
But he decides to show up and be like, yeah, no, Jack, we've heard about you, and we'd like to invite you into Neo Domino to duel. However, we got a little bit of a problem here, bro. We need you to get the dragons. We know you don't have Stardust. We don't care how you get Stardust. Just go get Stardust with your Red Dragon Archfiend, and then meet us in Neo Domino.
So, funny thing,
Hmm?
there was a potential edit from this sequence that I did not do, but at one point Lazar makes a fucking terrible, fucking grin, and I swear to God, I thought about putting his face on the girl from Isaacin.
Ugh. Yeah, that would have been disgusting. I would have hated that just because that's an insult to Kanamori.
I would have puked.
It's basically the only reason I didn't.
Yeah, I appreciate you showing the restraint there.
You're like, people will take this shit personally. I'm gonna go ahead.
It's me, I'm people.
Yeah, sure, we'd have to beat you to death for that one.
I might have to consider
You
it.
could try.
So Jack is told all of this. Lazar leaves, and this is after he saved Rally from a bunch of thugs who were running around carrying weapons and threatening to beat up a child. I don't know what they were doing. They don't really explain what Rally was doing. But, you know, they invaded Jack's turf. Jack scared them off with Red Dragon Archfiend. And so Rally's like, hey, man, you should come see Yusei's new duel runner he's been working on. I don't know what happened with you two, but you should come out and hang with us Saturday. And I owe you one, man. And so he's like, all right, bet, you owe me one? Knocks this child out. And then calls Yusei going, hey, the kid's gone. I found the kid. The kid's by the pier. Come meet me. So Yusei goes with his new duel runner alone. And Jack is standing by the water because there's a storm brewing. It's getting a little dark out. The waves are going a little crazy. And Yusei's like, where is Rally? And Jack just kind of points towards the water because there's a single wooden boat. And this child is tied up in the singular wooden boat that's out there.
You know, Jack really is just like me for real.
It is very funny.
I would do the same thing to Bridget if I had the chance.
That's fucked up.
Hey.
That's really
wait till
up.
Dick Pit shows up to make jokes.
Well, it's...
Yeah, like... Okay. So Yusei turns to Jack and goes, how did this happen, man? And Jack literally just goes, well, there's no point in lying to you at this point. You're here alone, which is exactly what I wanted. I put the kid there. I put the kid on that boat. I did that to get to you because I need your Stardust Dragon to go be the king that I've been meant to be. Because, you know, you could duel me right now. You could take the dragons and take the offer and just go. But then you'd have to watch Rally sink to the bottom of the ocean. And, of course, Yusei, being the good guy he is, who can't abandon his bonds and his friends, tosses his jacket aside, dives into the water to go save Rally. And Jack grabs his jacket, takes Stardust Dragon from his deck box, and walks away. And that is the moment that any friendship that they might have had, because they apparently had beef before this, but that's the moment that, like, Jack severs those bonds. And he's just like, yeah, I knew you would come after me eventually, and Goodwin knew that as well. So, you know, that was the moment that our fates here were kind of sealed. So that this day would come.
And then they died.
No, nobody died. At least not yet.
Thank God.
I think you watched the wrong episode.
You may have.
No, I watched up to episode 28 like we were supposed to.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay, good.
Do you see that number in the top right corner?
6.
Oh, shit.
Wait, no, the one below it. Never mind.
Yeah. The 5 that's right under the 6. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nuts.
So, after hearing this story, Jack, Yusei's just kind of taking it all in, and Jack says, there's no point in you keeping hostages now, Goodwin. Let Yusei's friends go. He's not going to back out of this duel. And, you know, now that they're in too deep.
Now, it's like, we're good.
Yeah, like, he's guaranteed to be in the finals anyway, so there's no point. So Goodwin just, like, hits a button and unlocks the fucking, the fucking metal storage crate these people have been stuck in for God knows how many days. And they just sort of go, dude, it's open, what the hell? They walk outside, they're in the middle of a junkyard, and there is an unplugged monitor that still works somehow, broadcasting the final duel of the Fortune Cup on the ground.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It is
Sick, dude.
funniest
I like to think that Goodwin legitimately, like, forgot that he even had them kidnapped. Like, there's just a moment that goes through his head where he's like, oh shit, right, I do have those people in that fucking
You can
crate.
let go of your hostages. He's not gonna leave. What are you talking?
What hostages?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the hostages.
Fuck.
Little freak goblin. What the fuck are they talking about?
Man.
Little freak goblin.
No, look at him. That is what he is.
Yeah, I know.
What he
I
is.
didn't say it was wrong.
Hate that
Man,
fucking
thank
thing.
God I've got people to do all my shit for me, or else I'd...
My least favorite play is that thing's mom not swallowing.
Ugh. Thanks, man.
Holy
Very cool.
shit.
Always pushing the envelope here.
I'm pretty sure Lazar's a married man with children, by the way.
Oh,
That's
That
true,
sucks.
yes.
ow.
At least with Napoleon and GX, I could be like, yeah, maybe he loves his wife. I don't think Lazar could ever love any human being.
Hey, sometimes people change their tune when they're off work. You know?
True.
I don't know.
The minute Lazar
Look
gets
at
home,
me.
he's like, "Oh God, I said so much racist shit today. God, oh,
Don't look at me.
why did I do that?"
Starts walking into the door of his house like, hey. Takes off his little bald cap that he's wearing. He's like, honey, I had quite a day today.
Oh God, now I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of
Maya's the same way. They're like, I had a
You know
really
that-
tough day on Millennium, Mike. Let's have another kid. And it's like, oh, okay.
You know the
We are
video
actually
that's
talking
just
about having
the
another
dude
kid. Soon, maybe.
Fucking breeders, man.
Congratulations.
I'm
Right. Not to like
Yeah.
swerve us off course, but I got a new job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go work for the not the military, but I'm contracted by the military.
That was not what I was expecting, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I also was not expecting the military to come into the play.
You're like, I work for a PMC now. I'm like, that's a little weird, but go off them.
Yeah, well, like there's been a huge oversight on like mental health care for military, like veterans, and so I guess the government has like put a shit ton of money into a program to actually help. So hopefully it does something.
I mean, that's something
you
at
can
least.
get like shell-shocked vets into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
Hooray!
you heard of Final Fantasy 14?
You can get them into Kingdom Hearts under the guise of this is how you relearn empathy.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find a good fucking point to jump back in here. So
Yeah.
Yusei and Jack are getting ready for the duel. They're lining up in the arena, and everybody is just like, wait a minute. There's 4 signers that we know about, but there's supposed to be 5. And Yusei, like, looks around and just goes, is the 5th signer here with us right now? Holy shit.
And then he points to the camera and I go, oh shit, it's me!
That's just crazy, dude.
I really want 5Ds to turn into a Kamen Rider Gaim scenario where it's just everyone's got fucking factions that they're all fighting with.
I feel like
here's Yusei's side, and then here's Jack's side, and here's Godwin's side.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of inevitable, given where the story is going at the moment. We kind of have the establishing of factions here with the psychics, and we have everybody in the satellite who's working together, and we've got Jack with his own machinations over here. Like Jack is his own faction.
Is this the episode where they hallucinate?
That's every
that
episode.
happens in the
Next
next one,
episode.
but it's all
Yeah, it's
one
in the
duel.
next one.
So
It's
They're
one
like
of those
getting
ready
duels
for
that
it.
just
Yeah.
blends in.
because most
No,
of
I'm
this
not gonna
episode is
lie.
the backstory and shit.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, after a point in this episode, I kind of forgot to keep taking notes. I just kept watching the episode because I was enjoying it, and my new deck box came in.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
I was just like watching it, moving cards around, and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be writing shit. Hold on.
Yeah, there was a point in this episode where I was like, what do you mean it's still the first episode of this 2-parter? We've had so much information. This
I
is
was
so
like,
dense.
there's so much going on. I'm like, what the fuck? This is still one episode?
It's awesome.
It's so good.
You know, it didn't occur to me at the time, but like seeing Yusei on his first duel runner, which we know was stolen by Jack to become Jack's fucking wheelie runner. Kind of weird to see the fucking peeled Jack Atlas duel runner, huh?
Yeah.
Healed.
The neutered one.
It's missing his big ass circle.
Yeah.
Jack basically got that thing to the city, and he was like, "I don't like how half of this shit looks. Turn it into a big wheel."
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
did
I'm
just
pretty
do
sure
it.
his bike's called the Wheel of Fortune. We need this to like be a wheel.
So that's why they call it the Fortune Cup. Shit.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense now.
Because it's a tournament for the king.
Awesome.
It's time for the duel to start.
Looking.
Yeah, it's duel time. So this duel opens basically the way you would expect. Yusei plays something in defense mode to just try and get some stuff on the board, try to synchro summon something, and Jack drops. Hold on, what is it called? Twin Sword Marauder, and
Cool-ass
just
card.
goes. No, I think it's very cool. And he just goes, yeah, no, piercing battle damage, eat shit. Just almost immediately.
Goes,
Yusei's
"Hey, fuck
monster.
You Yusei.
Yeah, Yusei's monster is not destroyed, but the piercing battle damage is plenty for him on his first turn. There's a lot of setting of back row that will come in handy later.
It's always really funny to
It's a
try and cover
surprise
the
tool that'll
actual
help us
duels
later.
in this.
Yeah.
It's always really funny to try and cover the actual duel part of the episodes in this because, like, without going turn by turn, it's very hard to just summarize these in a way that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and when the actual duel parts are starting, I'm mostly just watching it. I'm not really writing anything down, so I'm having to go on the wiki and
Yeah.
just go through the play-by-play and trying to hit the most important beats for the most part.
Turn 3, Yusei draws Meteor Storm and decides to save it for later.
Yeah, I could just read this verbatim, but like I feel like that's some ASMR shit. Instead of
And
you know.
then
Whoa.
Yusei sets 2 cards, and he passes his turn over to Jack, who draws a card
Wow.
from his deck. And it was a bad draw. He's gonna have to pass his turn.
Yeah, man.
Yusei draws, and that doesn't do anything for him either. Wow, this is Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, they're definitely he's passing his turn too. Great.
I'll make enough
God.
on this show, I think.
Covering a Yu-Gi-Oh duel like it's golf commentary.
That would be really funny, actually. And you just hear the loud ass monster effect noises and summoning noises in the background while the commentators are just really calmly.
Oh, looks like
talking
he's
into their
bringing out
mics.
his Stardust Dragon. Wow, that Stardust. That's yeah.
Can-
Look at the sheen on that Stardust Dragon, a beautiful platinum white.
to
with
the
those
audience in the stands, can we
massive
get
purple gemstones.
Hold on, this is just Bob Ross. Hold on.
It goes to do an attack. You hear the attack charging up and just getting louder and louder as he's trying to talk. He's
fucking
getting
hell?
closer to the microphone. It's like, you guys, it just keeps going.
That would be so good. God damn it.
Oh my! And,
Always cooking,
Jack,
no matter what's going on.
And Jack has summoned his Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, for those who just joining us who don't know much about the Red Dragon Archfiend, originally in the Japanese, it was Red
Live!
Demon's Dragon.
I'm sorry. Can we get some silence in the stands so that our duelists can concentrate?
Oh!
When Dragon Archery turns around, and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break anyone's concentration." Holy shit, it can talk.
If these monsters just started speaking like normal ass English voiced by seemingly a normal ass dude, I would lose my shit. They should do that. They should do this. Treat
We
it
need
like
to
it's a
have more
legendary
Aqua Dolphin
Pokemon in
moments.
one of the movies, and I would die.
It's bits like this that make me wish I knew how to animate shit.
I would love to just like put some VO over an actual episode and do this shit, but that's gonna get nuked off the internet immediately because Konami's really bad about letting you use anime clips.
I don't know, honestly, you could probably get away with it if you're not using quite as much like original music and stuff.
Well, I'd have to use the sound effects.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway,
That's fine. That's fine. A lot of their sound effects are like public use.
Generic sound bait.
yeah.
I remember some friends were getting into really old ass mecha anime, and they're like, "Dude, they're doing the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh sound effects in this
God. Yeah, no,
because they use the same fucking sound libraries."
I love when you're just watching a Toei joint and you'll just hear the DBZ sound effects and it's like, no, that's stock sound effects. That's not just Dragon Ball charging up your key.
Yeah, I'll see a clip from One Piece with the most immaculate animation I've ever seen, but sound effects from 1975, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
That's awesome.
It's so funny. I just don't want to update any of it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
By this point, you know they go, yeah, people will be mad if we have new sound effects now because we've used the same since 1999
Oh yeah.
on this show.
So, episode 25 basically ends with the board state being Jack is able to get Red Dragon Archfiend onto the field, and Yusei might be a little bit fucked. That's how episode 25 ends. So, moving on to episode 26. I forget whether or not this happens in 25 or 26, so I'm just gonna throw this edit up here right now. There is a point where they have this shot of Goodwin, and he just has it's the POV is you're staring at his tits for some reason.
I took a screenshot of this too. I was like, dude, why does he look like that?
Yeah,
I thought this shit was amazing.
It is the funniest shot of him they could have used.
I love this dude.
He looks like a fucking turtle.
I
little
was sitting
bit.
there like, I sat there fucking thinking about what I was gonna write on this one, and I was like, it either has to be say it with your whole chest, or I'm gonna go fucking TikTok humor and go English or Spanish.
I feel like you could have very easily also just done my eyes are up here, and that also would have been
Fuck,
very
that would have
good.
worked too. It's okay,
he
though.
wants one of your finest potions, okay?
Oh.
It's okay. This scene was so good.
Yeah, it was.
I did this shit twice.
Yeah. Oh man. Hold
I
on.
like the second one I did better.
Oh my
Mm.
god. You want me to put the cheese on screen? Is that what you
Yep.
want? All right. There's
It's
also
3 a.m.
there is also a shot where
Please.
Goodwin is like holding his hand out, and we'll get to the reason why later. But Shorah sent me this, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck?" And then it's just you reaching for the shredded cheese in your fridge at 3 a.m. And yeah, that is
What?
how it feels.
Yo, bro's hungry.
What?
That's so good.
He's
Who
hungry.
keeps their cheese on a frying? What?
Yeah, I don't understand why you would store cheese this way.
That is
However,
the worst way.
I don't know why
Makes me so angry.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
why,
no,
but I
this
found that
is- this
picture
is
and I was like, this is
terrible.
great.
I feel like he would be the
That's
kind of
not
freak who
normal.
stores his cheese like this, though.
What?
Goodwin feels
Why
like
even
he's
spread it
that
out
kind
like
of guy.
that? What are you doing with it?
Eating
You're
it,
not gonna
obviously.
melt it.
He's reaching
It,
for
it
it.
looks like it's in one of those like those pans that you put in the oven.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, perhaps he's gonna take the whole pan out and like bake it,
And
and
throw
then when
it in
he's
the
done,
oven?
and then he's done,
Ooh,
and then he
that's
puts
stupid.
it back in the fridge, and then when he's hungry again, it's like, well, I want it to be hot.
saw
Let
that.
me
I just saw
rebake
that.
it.
Now, you've heard of pan
Jesus
pizza.
Christ.
Get ready for pan cheesa. That's what he's having right now.
That makes me so mad. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that melts on the pan and sticks? Because oh my god, he would.
Well,
not
that's
clean
why
it.
it's in the fridge.
It's okay. There's a little bit of foil under the cheese.
Is there? Okay.
Okay, so Bio, unironically, a thing I do sometimes for a snack is just take some shredded cheese, put it
Hold
on
on.
fucking parchment paper, whatever. Bake it until it turns crispy, and then eat it like a little cheese crisp.
But then do you
That's
put a
pretty fair.
full pan back into the refrigerator? Because I think that's
God,
the major
no.
pain point that
I
Bio
want
has
to point
here.
something out here because this
Yeah.
is the insane thing. Shorah sent me this, and at first I didn't get that he was reaching for the cheese. I was just like, why does bro have holy guacamole spelt like that in his fridge?
Let's fucking
Holy
go.
guacamole.
I-
Okay, look,
What is
I haven't been
the-
looking at any other part of this fridge till now, and I went, is that a fucking laundry hamper in the fridge?
No, that's I don't think so, but it
Those
might be.
muffins?
There's a non-zero
Those look like
chance.
muffins.
What's
So
getting me?
it gets
Who puts muffins in the fridge? It's
it gets worse. I'm pretty sure this is a freezer.
Oh,
Hmm.
it is because that's frozen vegetables. What the fuck?
God!
Why does this get worse the more we look at it?
One,
Bio's
calm
dying,
down.
holy
This
shit.
is getting a little too serious. Two,
This is
now it all
stupid.
makes sense. He's
No,
gonna
it
bake
doesn't.
his cheese. He's gonna bake his cheese later. So he decides to freeze it, so it'll be extra fresh and full of freezer burn.
There you go. Yeah, it makes
Now,
sense.
It's so
If-
much aggression.
If he has a package called Holy Guacamole, why does he also have what appears to be sliced avocados?
Why not?
Multiple
Why the
different
fuck
dishes
not?
are required here. What
You
if we
don't want the
combine all
avocados to go
these
bad.
together
I-
with the cheese?
so much is happening here, bro. I don't know
Can
how.
this be the thumbnail?
I mean, that depends on our live audience who are watching on Twitch right now.
I'm gonna
as
be
we
honest, I
record
forgot about
this.
the top part. I just thought we were litigating the picture of the fridge. We
I mean,
can remove Godwin from the equation.
so what you're saying is that our thumbnail should be an image entirely
Yes.
unrelated to Yu-Gi-Oh! And just a photo of the worst freezer known to man.
Honestly, that's a
Some
pretty
people
funny
just
bit.
don't appreciate people's food.
God.
Bio, I don't know why you're fucking.
I really
freezers
don't
like
want to
this.
hear this from Bio, the man who can't peel a fucking orange.
No, okay.
No, he got it eventually.
Bro tried to peel an orange and then cut to a photo of it being ripped out like a fucking Wolverine.
No,
I
okay.
did
Like
see
I
that.
cut it in half, and like I thought you could like turn it out. Like I thought you could just like push on the back and like just push out the orange. It didn't
Huh?
work.
Push out the orange.
Okay, first I tried to just peel it like normal, but then it wasn't working because we have these smaller oranges that you can just stick your thumb in the side of it, and then you can just peel it. You just stick your thumb through the skin and peel it. But
I didn't think it was possible. You did something worse than that time you fucked up the pizza.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you slice a pizza that wrong, but I'm glad
Okay.
I'm glad you did learn in the end.
I did learn.
I pulled this up, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put it in the general chat. This horrible maiming of an orange
All
that
right.
happened.
Yeah, I'm
Look at
gonna
it. Look at this. It's
throw
so
this-
stressful. There's a knife.
on screen right now for our video
Okay, the
viewers.
knife. I just used the knife to cut it in half. I
Look
didn't-
at that shit.
God.
No, okay, but see if
There's no defending. Look at that.
it
It looks so bad.
It's oh
Yeah.
man. See,
and by the time you could see it, like the piece that I did get free, by the time I got it out, like all the juice had squished out of it, so it was not.
Yeah, Gordon, you fucking.
Fucking tore to shreds.
Oh
now
my God.
if you had just said because the tweet where this photo is contained says, and I quote, "I was trying to peel an orange," and then it has a really little upset frowning face emoji. I feel like if you had said, I was trying to get the pulp out, that would be less.
That would have been, yeah, I should have done that.
That would be a little less upsetting to the general audience looking at this image.
I should have lied.
This is gore. This is gore.
Oh, that's gore. That's
Oh,
gore of
this-
an orange.
That's gore my comfort
Oh,
fruit.
it's gorange.
Oh my God.
That's gore of my comfort fruit. Needs to be an image somebody makes about fucking Yugi Moto in season 0.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. Alright, so episode 26, the duel is continuing between Yusei and Jack. Shit's getting a little crazy. I have in fact cropped the shredded cheese image to just be the photo of the holy guacamole in there.
Holy guacamole.
That's crazy. Apparently it's America's #1 guacamole. I doubt that.
It might be. We just gotta check it out.
The fucking guac review on the podcast as a segment.
Get to it, Carl.
What? No.
So, episode 26. They make a point of showing that the sky is beginning to turn purple. And
Horrible.
the dub really sets the tone for this in the opening, where everybody in the stands who's part of Yusei's crew is looking up, and I think it's the old man who looks up and goes, "I don't think the forecast called for scary purple clouds." And that's pretty good because oh god, what's his name? The big guy who's with them.
Tanner, I think.
Tanner, yeah. So Tanner,
Also, the old dude is Yanagi.
yes, that's my bad. Tanner
No worries.
looks at him and just goes, "It's probably just an acid rain drifting in from the satellite," which in and of itself is a little horrifying for world building that they just have to deal with acid rain. So that's actually pretty
It's
good.
just a common occurrence. Don't
But
worry
then,
about it.
immediately after Tanner explains this off as a very natural thing, it cuts to Goodwin screaming while he looks out a window, "It's the sign we've been waiting for!"
He's very excited.
Has arrived.
You have to understand, sometimes this dub proves that it is, in fact, deserving of its existence. For
Yeah,
cuts
honestly,
like
you know,
that.
they get
Fucking
some
rules.
winners in there.
They do. It's so good.
Now, There is something I want to point out in the episode that I am gonna have to go and share my screen for with this. There was an animation error that I thought was very interesting in the duel.
Okay.
Now, let me
Oh, you're
pull this up
doing that
here.
now. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Let me see if we can get that on the
If.
on the thing quick.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit. So this is Carl screen sharing right now.
Yeah. All right. This was a wild thing that it took me a hot minute to notice. Just
All right.
it's during this part in here.
Okay. I have the audio playing a little low under it, so we don't fully get claimed.
What?
Fuck you! Fuck you! Not the Mac and me scene! Oh my god. How many people
But I didn't expect it to be this!
How many motherfuckers in our audience will even understand this bit?
Huh?
Okay, no, here's the real question. How many people
Fucking Christ.
How many people in the call right now understand that bit?
I have
because-
no idea what the fuck that
I
was.
unfortunately do.
Yeah, so it was weird that
3
they
out
put
of
that
5.
into the show, but
3 out of 5 understand the bit. I'm gonna explain it for what I'm sure is the majority of our
my
audience
God.
that doesn't get it. So, Conan O'Brien is a famous talk show host, and anytime Paul Rudd comes onto his show, this has been going on for literally decades, by the way. Anytime Paul Rudd is on a Conan show, including his podcast, this happened on his podcast as well.
that was my favorite one.
Paul Rudd starts hyping up that he's got like some cool new footage from his latest project to show, and he starts like describing a little bit of it in vague enough detail where it's like tangentially related to whatever Paul Rudd is meant to be there promoting. And then it's always that exact clip from the film Mac and Me, which I think was one of the first films he was ever in. It is always that exact fucking clip. Every single
so
time.
funny.
If you want to go and watch compilations of him doing this to Conan, it is the funniest shit. It
The
rules.
podcast one is my favorite one because the second that he notices it's the scene coded shot, son of a bitch, we can't even show this.
Yeah, because it's a fucking audio podcast and it's
It's
just
an
recording.
audio format.
The video is just of them in a room with in front of mics with headphones on, and he had to get the sound guy from Conan's podcast in on the bit to make this work, and it was
it's
really
so
funny. It's awesome. Oh, but anyway, so sky's turning purple. Not really a good sign. Things may be a little fucked. We may be doomed. In the middle of the finals of this dueling tournament that we're in.
Oh, it's fine.
we may be just a little bit doomed. And and while Goodwin is like praising that this is the moment, now is the time, this is in fact the sign that he has been waiting for, Lazar turns to him and goes like, yeah, so we know 4 of the signers, so like why are we still doing the tournament, man? And Goodwin turns to Lazar and goes, do you not want to see the Crimson Dragon when all 5 of the signers are together? And
What are you, a
Lazar
fucking
is just
pussy?
kind of stunned because Lazar is like, what do you mean you know who the fuck the 5th signer is, bro? What do you mean you have the critical information? And, Goodwin kind of smirks. He keeps it vague. And he's just like, shit's gonna be funny. Just watch. More or less. Yusei manages to get Stardust Dragon out on the field, and now that both Stardust and Red Dragon Archfiend are on board, everybody's signer tattoos start glowing. And the Crimson Dragon makes itself known and appears on the field to Yusei and Jack and everybody currently in the stadium.
Can we talk
And
about how bad the 3D was for the dragons when they moved out of the way of the Crimson Dragon? 'Cause
No, the
it sucked.
3D for the dragons is really bad, and we're also going to get to that when we get to the new OP. So, the Crimson Dragon, sick as hell. I love the way they animate this shit. It's so cool. And as the Crimson Dragon appears, Zigzix is in his fucking lab going, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. He's basically
He's
just kind of
blowing.
going crazy
Look at
out
this.
here.
Dude's blowing loads.
And then Goodwin calls him and goes, shut down the reactor, bro. And Zigzix is like, what the fuck do you mean shut down the reactor? We can power the city for the next 100 years. And Goodwin is like, we can't power shit if the city blows up. Turn it off.
If you value your life, turn the thing off. And he puts it together like, oh shit, we're gonna explode. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, do you want this to be Bomber's Village? And he goes, what the fuck happened there? Oh shit.
Yeah. It's really good.
I like he relays the information by creating like 18 different monitors with his face on it, saying, turn it all off, guys!
It's really good. I like to think Goodwin just has an override button for everybody who works under him, where it's just take over every monitor in the room they work out of. And he just presses it. I would do this. This is awesome! But, yeah, the Crimson Dragon shows up. Everybody in the stands just go, who the fuck summoned that? Does anybody know who summoned this thing? Which is really good. It's a nice little touch. Yusei is concerned, now that the dragon has appeared, that if they continue this duel, that people are going to get hurt. People will be killed, potentially, because of all the damage to the stadium from the last duel with Akiza. And Jack basically just goes, aw, you fucking scared to duel me? Are you fucking scared, little bitch boy? Are you fucking scared?
Kitten? Don't worry, kitten. Daddy won't hurt you too bad in the duel.
I'm not rolling with that one.
We're having fun until Carl made it awkward.
And I don't remember if this is a line in the actual show, but the wiki has a really hard line saying, if all creation scatters to pieces, Jack will continue the duel, which fucking rules. That's hard as hell. That's awesome. And this is when Goodwin decides to, enact his big plan, which is to activate all of the signer's powers, or all of the signer's tattoos to, give us the necessary foreshadowing for the rest of the series, basically. So, Goodwin apparently has an arm. Just a severed arm. With the head of the dragon.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he has two, but... one of them's metal.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Laugh.
No, absolutely not.
Please.
No.
So Goodwin activates the power of the signers, sending...
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna kill your co-host right now, Shibuya. It's done.
At least wait till the episode's over. That's all I ask.
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, clean break. I get it.
Your motherfucking life ends whenever podcast does, bud.
Yeah,
works better for us.
It's that joke.
You better stretch this one out, Carl.
You better not stretch this one out. This house is at least 83 degrees right now, and I'm not letting it get hotter. All right. So
sounds to me like your life is in my hand.
No, it's not, because I can just server deafen you. So.
Move him to the One Piece corner.
Goodwin activates the power of all the signers' tattoos, showing them all this really cool road in the middle of the night sky.
It's really cool, and some of them have some silly faces, like this one from... that's the wrong picture. I meant to post that one.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Why have you posted James McAvoy bald?
I am taking a screenshot of the
I know you're trying not to laugh. It's disrespectful as fuck, bro.
All I'm doing for everybody listening at home to the audio only version, I implore you, turn on the video version of this podcast, because God, our visual bits this week are unhinged. This is what I see in the general chat.
You try not to laugh.
This is what's in the general chat of the Discord right now. He didn't delete the James McAvoy photo. He leaned into it. He left that shit on the fucking screen.
So fucking funny.
He's dreaming of Aki right now. It's crazy.
You know what you should have done to really sell this is you should have posted Aki first and then James McAvoy so that it looks like he's dreaming about her. That would have been a better bit.
Damn.
Anyway, we're on this cool road made of light in the middle of the night sky, heading toward a South American temple, seemingly.
Oh my god, it's rainbow red.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I got Star Road vibes, so I do understand. Yusei and Jack are still on their bikes, and Luna and Akiza are in bubbles, floating above them, where they can, like, see them, but I don't think Yusei and Jack, if they're aware of them, they're not actively, like, paying attention to anything they're doing up there. But,
I thought you were just gonna call her Aki and not her full name, and I was like, that's such a weird way to say her name shortened.
yeah.
Because that's like a real word.
I love the pregnant pause there felt like 8 years, but was really only 3 seconds.
So
It just
Aki...
freaked me out.
Luna turns to Akiza and is just like, yeah, I'm scared of what's going on right now. What is happening? And Akiza notices that, you know, now that they're in this weird space, this weird, like, distortion or whatever, any moves that Jack and Yusei make are very much real and do real fucking damage. And so she compares it to her own power, like, as a psychic, which I think is interesting. Because that means, yeah, having the Mark of the Signer is, in fact, sharing the burden of, potentially causing harm. I don't know. We see seemingly the original signers, or a very early iteration of them, all around this temple, and we see a bunch of people worshipping at the foot of the structure.
I think I know why I like this season of Yu-Gi-Oh! As much as I do.
Yeah.
It's got some Steel Ball Run vibes.
I understand that.
Aw.
Like, not super,
Ball?
like a crazy amount, but...
Steel Ball Run is part 7 of JoJo.
That's the that's the JoJo part where the premise is they're doing a horse racing thing, so they're connecting it by them being on bikes and rolling through stuff.
Yep.
Been rewatching Naruto.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's
Who asked,
good.
Bro?
Nobody.
No, I respect that.
Can you help me kill him at the end of the show? Also, like do that shit you did to the orange to his balls.
Oh
like,
my god.
No, hold on. We can talk about this.
Wait.
By then, all the juices were gone.
So in this hallucination,
8?
Oh god.
in this hallucination, the road is floating above Neo Domino, and you know, it's really kind of dark. It's kind of fucked up down there. There's a giant glowing sigil of a fucking spider, and the entirety of the city is just being engulfed in purple flame. So that's a little concerning, and people are wondering if that might not be, you know, a potential vision of the future should shit go wrong here. Which is a very valid concern, since you're hallucinating a lot of things right now, apparently. And Jack sees all this and goes, alright, but duel me. We're still dueling, bro. We're still on our bikes. We're still going. This is no excuse for you to
square
stop.
up, dude.
And he actually makes a good point that, you know, because they were transported here in the middle of the duel when the dragon was summoned, maybe finishing the duel will send them back. Which is as logical as anything, but of course, they continue the duel. They realize that doing damage actually actively hurts them, and
ouchie.
Oof. Yeah, and they have to deal with that as they continue to make their moves. Jack has a whole play set up to get rid of all of Yusei's back row, because Yusei drops 3 cards on the field at the end of one of his turns. And, you know, Yusei looks at that and goes, that's nice. I'm reviving Stardust Dragon. And, I'm gonna try to take you out the same way I would have taken you out last time. But of course, Jack has prepared for this, because Jack learns from his mistakes and he adapts, because, you know, he's the king.
Yep.
And starts chaining a couple cards together, trying to end the duel once and for all, take the win from Yusei. But
Crimson Fire, specifically.
yes.
Which, cool as fuck card.
But Yusei has an equivalent, and it is called Shining Silver Force, which negates the damage that Jack would have done to him and destroys Jack's spell and trap cards, which allows Yusei to get his final turn, power up Stardust Dragon, and win the duel. He also drops a very sick line in the sub specifically. Because, the first OP's called Kizuna Bonds, and Yusei's whole thing is that he very much values his bonds with other people and people's bonds with their deck and their cards. So when he's about to deal the finishing blow to Jack, he says, "This is the end, our bond loses to no one." And I think that's really fucking sick. That shit absolutely rules. I love that.
Oh, it rips ass. I love it.
Fucking phenomenal. Now,
Real good.
back in reality, or wherever the fuck all the civilians have been this entire time, all we see are the holograms of Red Dragon Archfiend and Stardust Dragon just frozen. Kind of like dim. They're still on the field, but they're like staring each other down, and the holograms
gray
are dark.
filter applied to them.
Yeah, like a gray filter, desaturated, all that shit. And all
Jack
of a sudden,
wipes the fuck out.
yeah, all of a sudden, the holograms just disappear, and the announcer's like, "What the fuck is going on? What's happening? How do I explain this to the crowd out there?" And everybody looks to the scoreboard and sees, oh shit, Jack lost. Yusei has 400 life points and has won the duel, but nobody knows how because the rest of the duel took place in an alternate dimension, which I don't know how the signal from the bikes kept the score in the alternate dimension, but good for them, I guess.
They're very advanced bikes.
They're interdimensional matter transporter bikes. Don't worry about it.
Oh, cool. Thank you for explaining that. I wouldn't have picked up on that. And so Goodwin technically saw how that went because Goodwin also accessed the vision, seemingly. And, he goes out to announce the results and to say, yeah, declare Yusei the winner. Yusei took it, and he is now the new king of duels right now.
Anyone, all right, you say now that you're king, you can demand to have Jack beheaded in the royal courtyard.
In theory.
I'll think about it.
Death to Carl.
What?
Yusei runs over to
I'm so
Jack
cold.
because Jack is lying prone on the floor in something akin to the Family Guy death pose, and he's being wheeled out and sent to the hospital.
Did you see them use... Okay, fucking... They use the CGI models for when he wipes out on the bike.
Yeah.
And watching his fucking CGI model of Jack just, like, ragdoll across the fucking track.
No, it's so good.
Oh yeah, he took a bad bump on that.
It was real good.
It's phenomenal. I love when
It was-
bad CG just leads to funny shots. The episode just ends with Yusei being declared the king because he rightfully won. But there is an edit that I need to throw in here.
Also, like, I
That
don't...
was really awkward at the
This is
end.
for the next episode.
Was it?
There's a fucking moment at the very end of this, where fucking the MC is like shaking his head back and forth. Some
Yes.
animator put some fucking effort into his pompadour because that thing moved fluidly, dude.
Yeah.
It jiggles in multiple different directions very naturally.
This is real good.
Sometimes you gotta put the Sakuga into a 2-second shot of a side character. Just for the bit.
Yeah. So anyway, if episode 27 happens, people are reacting to Yusei having won. Lazar is fucking fuming.
Yeah, Lazar's fucking livid that this satellite has in fact won. And it's unfortunate,
And at
but
one point-
die mad.
And at one point, like, Lazar looks over to Goodwin and he fucking slurs the fucking words, "Is that okay?" Asking if it's okay if Yusei won. So it comes out sounding like, "Is that okay?"
Which led Shorah
Which
to
As
led
a
taking
matter
this.
of fact, it isn't.
I was just wondering if you wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Wheelie Breakers for the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. I'm still not over the
Hooray!
fact that the game is called Wheelie Breaker. It's so fucking funny.
I think that's the best part.
So episode 27 opens. The dipshit satellite crew are still in the junkyard. Apparently the signal for the duel completely cut out when they got sent to the Crimson Dragon dimension. So they're like hitting the monitor to try to get it to work again, as you do. And it works just in time for them to see Yusei be officially crowned the new king.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's awesome. Good for them. They're proud of their homie. So
Also, I think this episode marks the new visuals for the opening.
it does. It absolutely does, and we're gonna get to that because you want to talk bad CG. Yeah.
The opening introduces some weird orange-haired kid with these weird-looking cards. I don't know if he's gonna be fucking relevant at all.
Yeah, and it
That's my
introduces some girl with weird glasses. I don't know what's up with her, but
Well, we see her this episode.
I know
Carly
we do.
Carmine.
I know we do.
50-50 shot on if you love or hate Carly Carmine, from my experience. And so Shib,
Yeah.
I
She's
told
on the
you
fence.
earlier. I told you earlier that I was watching this last night with some folks, and one of those folks was G.
Oh no.
One of those folks was G.
Did
who,
you get obsessed with Carly Carmine after one episode?
I wouldn't say obsessed, but like immediately G's response to Carly was, "Yeah, I like this bitch."
That's
I like her
funny
too.
as
She's so
fuck.
cute.
She is
She's goofy.
very much fail girl coded, so I figured this might happen. I swear to God, if G starts actually watching Yu-Gi-Oh because of Carly Carmine, that will be the funniest possible
So
outcome.
funny that you say that.
He did not start 5Ds for Carly Carmine. Oh my God, and he
We
doesn't
were
know about the
talking
VA.
last-
Oh no.
No. We were talking
Two
last
thumbs
night.
way up.
G's going to attempt to get through all of Yu-Gi-Oh and the podcast.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Oh brother. That's gonna be funny. But yeah, for when he gets here in 3 years, because I know that man's been going through all of the Pokemon anime for the past like
Ooh.
year and a half now.
Cool.
He's finally
They're
on
almost
Journeys.
done.
Yeah, he's close. And if Yu-Gi-Oh is his next thing, he's going to beat us to shit like Zexal. I can feel it. And he's going to probably
can't
watch
wait.
the dub. And I cannot wait for him to also go, God, this dub sucks. What the fuck?
We'll make the decision to do Zexal on the podcast. We'll bring G in for an episode, and we'll be like, "So G, why?
What?
Yeah.
Why?"
It's gonna be so funny when this man gets obsessed with the characters who have like no major screen time. Because unfortunately, I feel like he'd be an Alexis head in GX. I feel like this is just his fate, unfortunately.
What, is G just like white girls? Is that just the thing?
No, because I think he's gonna think Alexis is really cool at the beginning of GX, where they actually do make her cool and give her things to do that are interesting.
He's
And
gonna
also,
like My Valentine.
most of the rest of the cast of GX just are not gonna be G-coded, so he's just gonna have scraps outside of Jaden.
Oh man.
Okay.
So fucking. This also introduces some reporter bitch, Angela Reigns.
I hate her.
My God, I hate her, and
She
I
sucks.
hate her design so bad. Why does this bitch look like a proto paradox?
I mean, damn. I want to be rude about it.
No, it's fucking correct though. Like
I
if
see
I
it.
had to put together a fucking
Right,
like
though.
I've
if
never
I had
heard
to
of
put
them,
together a
frankly.
fucking fan theory, I'd just be like, this bitch is Paradox's mother.
That's crazy.
let me grab a fucking.
Oh my God. The dub once again, coming out the gate with a banger line of Yusei getting hyped up now that he's won the Fortune Cup, and somebody turning to him and just going, "You're about to face a brand new enemy, the media." As he turns to look at the reporters, who have very shortly after this broken the barricade that was set up to keep them like far away from the duelists, and someone's just like, "Well, shit, they got out," and he has to just book it out of there. It is very funny.
I'm just saying, they got the bangs.
Let me see.
You could tell me these two were related, and I wouldn't question
The
it.
bangs are just Yugi's bangs.
Yeah, I felt Yugi.
Not
Like
really.
Yugi.
This bitch has like the fucking M shape. Like these things are guarding both sides of her face, and he's got the same thing going on.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put this on screen. Just because I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I disagree. Let me.
It's kind of like at the end of Space Jam where Michael Jordan has to stretch their arm 40 feet to land the basket, kinda.
It's like Yugi.
Okay.
Okay.
One of those types of things.
So this is the awful reporter that we hate, and this is Paradox. I don't really see it. The
kinda
headpiece
see it.
blocks any
I can
chance
see
of
it.
his bangs being similar enough. But like,
I see Yugi's mom more.
not even Yugi's mom. I just see Yugi's bangs.
Or
Yeah,
Yugi's
I
kid?
get that
Yugi's
a bit
kid?
more, honestly.
Like she could be a descendant of Yugi's, which would be very unfortunate because she sucks and is kind of a bitch.
So much woman hating on this podcast.
It's not that I
That's
hate her
really
because
God
she's a
forbid
woman.
women do anything.
God forbid
No, because Carly
women
Carmine
do
does things,
any-
and I respect the things Carly Carmine does.
You're like, Carly, you're one of the good ones.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
All right. Now here's a photo of Yugi, and
I see it.
yeah, it's specifically the way they're pointed up and out.
Yeah.
That gets
You
me.
see it, Carl? See it?
What?
I guess I can
I mean,
kinda
sure.
see this.
Look at
I
it,
was
Carl.
about to say. I fucking agreed with you, asshole. I fucking agreed. You're like,
Undeserved scrutiny against Carl? Let's get it.
That's
Shit in
awesome.
your own mouth.
Fart.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask for people who watch the sub, because I liked Kizuna Bonds, but I know that's not the most popular opinion. How are we feeling about OP2?
Wait, that's me. Why am I the... Why
Huh?
is that me?
Huh?
Did you
They just
know?
now
I
looked at
only
the screen
just
and
now
went, why
saw.
the fuck am I on the screen?
Yeah.
Fucking throw
Oh yeah. Bio, I'll give you the short answer. That's why. Because we have a piece of art of you as this guy already. So Shorah
That's the
just
same person?
did that.
I've basically decided that anytime I draw Lazar, I'm gonna do the fucking Lazar bio version because it's funnier.
It is
That's
a little
the
bit
same
funnier, yeah.
person?
Yes.
How?
Because it's a different Smiling Friends character, and that's all. That's all the difference. God.
Oh, you mean Lazar? Okay, never mind. I get it. Okay, you mean
Yeah.
Lazar from Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay,
We
I
finally
get
we figured it out.
Yeah.
I like
We
the
finally got
new
there.
opening. If you were going to ask that, I like the new one.
Yes.
I like it too. It was really cool, and I liked when Crow showed up.
Who? Sorry, I don't know them.
Oh, sorry.
heard
I
no
liked
crow.
the part where showed up.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I think the track is pretty good. This is one of those openings that'll update visuals as we go.
Hell
I think
yeah.
it's pretty solid.
I love
It's
when they
not
do
like 99%. We will not be getting 80 episodes of this.
Thank God.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll be opening 3. But we're gonna have a
God
good
damn
time.
Oh,
OP3
yeah.
It'll be
better be a
It's not gonna
banger
be
if they
80
gotta do
episodes,
that.
but it will be a little longer than these last two.
Yeah. Listen, if the comparison is
This show doesn't spin in place for 80 episodes, so you don't have to worry about it.
if the comparison is like
No, but
OP1 is 26 episodes, OP2 is like 25, and then OP3 is like 35, I'm fine with that. If it sticks around a
Yeah.
little bit longer, I don't care too
Yeah.
much about that, so long as like it's appropriate to the arc
Yeah.
that's going on.
Yeah, the splits on these aren't too bad. There's like 5 openings in this show, and
Yeah.
you know it's spread out pretty decently, I think.
Now, my question for the sub viewers is this, because
Mm-hmm.
I thought the first ending was kind of just mid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the visuals were cool, but the song was lacking. Do you like OP2 or ED2 better as, like, a package? Because I think ED2 is really strong as well.
I like them both. They're
Yeah,
good.
I like them both. I think I like the song and ending 2 a bit better.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more or less the same way, yeah. The song for ED2 is really good, and it's funny because I feel like that could have easily been the opening song as well.
Yeah, I feel like that happens in some anime from time to time where they get 2 bangers to where the ending can arguably be the main thing.
Now, let me tell you about the thing that happened to me with this episode.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
When they
Yeah,
did the
tell us.
beginning bit where
Yeah,
they're like,
that's fine.
guess what card it is?
Yeah.
And then they show, I was like, what the? I started typing down, what is this bit? And then I just saw my man, Frozen Fitzgerald, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Frozen Fitzgerald,
We'll
baby.
Enjoy this.
We'll get
I
to
forget
that.
how long if this runs past season 2, but this is the bit.
Yeah.
It
It
is
sure
the
is.
who's that Pokemon of this show.
Which
And then we get to after the intro, and you get the Yusei holding a card, and it's fucking Frozen Fitzgerald, baby.
I was gonna save
Gotta highlight
this.
the key card.
I was gonna save this, but fuck it, we'll say it now, I guess. I don't care if it's a reference to F. Scott Fitzgerald. I think calling a monster Frozen Fitzgerald is maybe the dumbest monster name I've heard on this fucking show.
It's so
funny.
Oh,
By
yeah,
a
it's
mile.
so bad, but it goes kind of hard.
It doesn't go hard because you named him Fitzgerald.
Yeah, but the
It's
design
so
is
good.
hard.
The design
sounds pretty cool.
is. I understand why you're saying it's hard.
I
I
need
think
you
it
to
just
know.
lacks a little
Okay.
something.
I
need you
figured
to
out
know.
I figured out our impasse here before Carl goes. I figured out the problem.
Okay.
I played Xenoblade, so you get like Unbreakable Gonzalez and shit.
No, but that's funny.
And this is, and then that's kind of what Frozen Fitzgerald's got going on, where it's like Scrupulous George, and it's like a level 9 synchro monster.
Oh, God. At least Scrupulous George. It probably wouldn't just be like some dude who's nailed to a cross and also has his limbs frozen, I guess. The difference
you to
with
know
like
that-
Unbeatable Gonzalez is that he'll kill you unprompted in Gower Plains, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, what's
Whenever
up, Carl?
whenever a bald person shows up in this series from this point on,
Yeah.
I'm just going to type, is that Frozen Fitzgerald?
I'll fucking go.
Dude.
If you say this every time a bald person shows up, which will be any one of Goodwin's goons, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Carl, can
Every
you do
time.
that when you're in my calls and Nick shows up in my chat? Yo, is that Frozen Fitzgerald?
Jesus.
I'll do that when Jordan shows up too.
Man.
Make him
Dude!
paranoid.
Hell yeah.
I might rename Jordan to Frozen Fitzgerald.
You should do that. That would be fun.
Do
with
it.
no fucking explanation.
Oh my god. So Carly Carmine is in the crowd with all the reporters here. She talks to the blonde bitch. Fucking hate her. She is exactly the kind of person who bullied me in high school, and that's why I hate her. She sucks.
What, Carmine?
No,
You know,
Angela.
this is easily
Oh.
my favorite part of this show is when you come in and you're like, and I fucking want him dead. All
Yeah.
let's die.
Yeah, I do. I want this reporter bitch dead. Carly Carmine
Like,
doesn't
it's
deserve
like
to be
if you
bullied.
wrote notes about this,
What?
like on pen and paper, you'd press so hard you could read it from the back.
It would be either that, or I just take up an entire page, and in the dead center, it's just, I think this bitch should die. And then you move to the next page for the rest of my notes on the episode. It's one or the other.
Ooh.
But it's I think Carly Carmine needs a fucking break. I've known this bitch for like 5 minutes by this point, and she is going through it at every possible
It is
moment.
a struggle.
It's rough.
She lives in her car.
She's trying her
She
best.
does.
She absolutely does, yeah.
I didn't realize that she was the bitch with fortune fairies until
Uh-huh.
she pulled out the deck and was like, time to do my fortunes.
No,
And I
that's
was
her
like,
number
"Oh,
one gimmick
God."
that I know
forgot
her
that
for,
she-
dude.
I forgot that she fucking tells her goddamn fortune for the day every day using her fortune fairy.
It's funny because
What's my fortune fairy horoscope say? Oh, I'm gonna die.
it's funny because I was coming off of this is gonna sound like it's unrelated, but every week Smosh puts out like these Reddit stories compilations, and I had just come off of having lunch and watching the most recent one where there's a story about people who are insanely obsessed with horoscopes in an office to the point where they like gave somebody jobs in the office because they were a Libra, which is insane. And then I get to the fortune fairy shit, and I'm like, yeah, this is just your average white girl doing this shit. But you know, cards are more tangible than horoscopes, so it's fine, I guess. Whatever gets you through the day.
Now, the one thing that could have made this episode so much better.
Yeah.
The one thing that can make any series good, actually, I should say, when they were walking around in those tunnels and they're like, yeah, these tunnels haven't been used in years. I was really hoping they just walk into the room where the Dark Signers are sitting at the table.
That would be really
Walk
funny.
in and they're like, huh? And they're like, oh, you guys are not supposed to be here yet. You're just supposed to. We are the dark signers.
God.
I don't know why that made me laugh so
You guys
much.
aren't supposed to be here. We have the room until 3. We rented this.
Oh, so sorry. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We-
You guys
we-
want to stop by that Applebee's that's down the tunnel?
God.
Cool, thanks.
Don't know why they
we
built
gotta-
that down here.
We got to get a new fucking location to meet up, guys. This Dark Signer meetup location gets too much traffic now.
So talking about the tunnel and talking about these dark signer bitches, whoever the fuck they are, with their the hoods and cloaks and their unsuspecting civilians they've dragged down into these underground tunnels ominously, as you do. There's a bunch of dudes in these cloaks with like the red trim, just sort of laughing menacingly and talking about how it's their time to rise up, and they have this spider motif with a tattoo that looks eerily similar to the vision we saw of the spider over the satellite, burning it to the ground. So that's not good. Surely things will be fine though, right?
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, and what if I do?
I'll cry.
Damn. Okay.
They had a shot of like a factory.
Yeah.
And when they showed it, I went, "Holy shit! Is that the new spell card they just put out? Oil."
God.
This can't be fucking real, dude.
Oh, that's real, dude. That's a real Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Shit.
Hold on. Because I thought this was a bit you were
Oil.
making up.
Hold on. Let me see this.
What do you mean they hadn't
it's
already
oil.
made a card called Oil in 2024? This is a card from 2003.
Nope, that is
this
a
is
card
like-
that
Oh.
came out this year.
The ace card of George W. Bush.
This was released in
Oh.
Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge.
This card should have come out in
That
like
came out
fucking...
last month. Literally a month ago.
This card should have come out in like Legend of Blue Eyes. What the fuck?
Not even Legend of Blue Eyes. I'm thinking like set 2 or 3. This is like a
Oh,
set 2 or
you're
3
right.
card.
That or it
I
should have
think I
come out
bought
as
3
fucking
copies of it.
volcanic.
You can
support.
only activate 1 oil per turn.
This card's so funny.
This is so stupid in the best possible way. I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking hold on. I have to make a couple changes here. Oil is gonna be a thumbnail contender just because it's funny. I don't care. Oil.
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 That's crazy. Oil.
Reminds me of Goofy. Oh,
When you
shit.
ask Goofy what alternative methods the gummy ship should run on, oil. So Yusei and his friends decide that they need to
what
lay
kind of
low.
notice did we get about the water? Boil.
Sorry.
It's fine. So Yusei and his friends decide that in order to get away from the press and to get away from, anybody who might want to start shit with the new king, they're gonna find an apartment building out in the satellite, and they're just gonna hang out there for a while. They bring the kids, and the kids are like, "Fuck yeah, sleepover! That's awesome," because they're like 8, and they go out there, and Yusei's just looking out the window at night, as you do when you just want to like be a little bit emo, and he starts seeing the tattoo. The signer mark on his arm starts glowing, and he thinks to himself that this is the first time anything like this has happened, where like it feels like a warning. And I just laughed to myself and went, spider sense. Because out on the street, there is a guy in one of the robes with the hood from earlier, and he is intending to start shit. He's trying to start
He's holding
some
up a
shit.
boombox, playing everyone's favorite love song.
Yeah.
Careless Whisper.
Yeah, okay. And this guy walks up, and Yusei goes outside to deal with him, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he says he's a shadow drone. So, welcome back, Battle City.
Oh, I almost forgot the part where they're all like sitting around at that table and they're like talking about like, oh, the signers have finally showed up, and they start sending out their gross little spiders.
Yeah.
They just start laughing for like a minute straight. And I just wrote, bro, it's not that funny. Shut up.
No, it's an inside joke. You don't get the context.
Oh man.
Yeah, Carl.
Also,
You have to hang
say,
out with someone a little bit before you get all the bits.
That's
True.
Also, when you said, what the fuck is? Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's up?
Yeah, no, that's accurate. What you've just shown up there.
Yeah, literally, this is
Cool.
Yami Merrick's MO as well. It's great.
Yeah.
Because I think just having
Pretty strong,
random
yeah.
civilians just be evil and start fucking heckling is really good. I think it's fun. Because you get, like, Joe Schmo from the streets to just use a fucked up and evil deck with things like, fucking Blizzard Lizard.
I hate Blizzard Lizard. It's the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Blizzard Lizard!
Blizzard Lizard
sucks.
fucking sucks, dude. Anyway, I'm getting rid of that. I
Just
just
grab
throw
some
this on
fucking
screen.
random person. You grab some random person off the street, and the fucking the goddamn drone has to be like, "All right, let's see what's in this deck." Oh,
Ugh.
this person's unironically playing Happy Lover. Oh,
Ugh.
this is gonna suck.
So
Yeah.
when you say chase this dude down into the car parking lot shit,
Yeah.
he's looking around, scanning the area, and I went, "Is that a fucking Cybertruck?" Because I saw this angular piece of shit.
Oh no!
"Oh."
The
Oh my
worst part of
God.
this is I kind of see it. Hold on, I'm putting that
Yeah.
on screen.
Because it's
I
so
hate that I
angular. I
see
was
it.
like, "Oh."
Yeah, I need to enhance the brightness on this. Give me one second.
I've been seeing them too consistently, and I want to blow my brains out.
The Tesla cars.
Yeah.
If I can do color correction, then nope, that's the wrong setting. That is not the brightness I want to change. Hold on.
Dude, they're arcing with momentum energy.
There we go. There we go. All right. You can see it a little better now. Yeah, that's kind of a Cybertruck. I get it.
It's a little too curvy, but I get it.
I understand where you're
Because
coming from.
Cybertrucks kind of look like cars that weren't like modeled on a PlayStation 1.
When Elon announces the Cybertruck 2, if it looks exactly like this car, I'm going to fucking lose it.
I'll cry laughing.
This is gonna suck.
We influence things more than Konami executives, all right?
That's true.
Ugh.
That's what that will prove.
Yeah.
Just think
This
of all
will-
the U-Ball stuff that they put out.
Yeah, the
right
U-Ball
after we
stuff is...
freaking finished GX.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm very happy U-Ball's getting more support. I think it's funny that this keeps happening.
Yep. Good.
Please, Joe
Timed
Konami,
out
listen to me
perfect.
about tunes.
I like blinked and the image changed to hairy animals.
I had this up before I put up your car, so...
Oh, I hate that rat thing.
I'm sorry, which one is the rat thing? The lizard or the crab?
The lizard.
Yeah, that's
problem,
Blizzard
Blizzard.
Lizard.
Fucking hate that thing.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. I wish Yusei used this shit forever.
At least in the show, he looks a little bit goofy, and I can forgive it. In the card art, he's just gross.
It's awful. I hate this fucking thing.
Oh, man.
Oh, I like it.
And a home slice pulls up, and I'm like, "Is that Roxas?"
God.
Because I see the chains on his fucking pants. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
That's
This
funny.
dude goes to hot top.
I was like, huh?
Aw.
Why would you go, huh?
Sometimes people call me Roxas.
Huh?
That's awesome.
Oh.
So, when this guy... thank you. When this guy who's working for the spider group challenges Yusei to a duel, a ring of fire lights up around the two of them. And seemingly, because of this ring of fire, any damage that monsters or card effects do is just real. It will affect you, the duelist, and it will affect the environment around you, which is cool as hell.
You say just going, oh shit, wait, what's...
Yeah.
Why is there that hole in the ground?
You say looking at the ground underneath fucking junk warrior and just going, oh my god, what? It's just a really good moment because he's like, oh shit, there's consequences to my actions now. Oh fuck, wait, I gotta think about this.
Uh-oh, I better not misplay.
Oh yeah, we've skipped over some stuff in this episode, so I'm just gonna cover that really quick. There's a point where all the reporters after the Fortune Cup are trying to interview Goodwin and Lazar, and everyone's trying to ask like really superficial questions, just kind of whatever about Jack and about Yusei, while Carly is very determined to ask about the glowing mark on their arms. And Goodwin dodges the question, and Lazar is immediately like, well, that's all the time we have for today. Eat shit. Goodbye. And they leave. So she's like, I need to focus in on this, because this is some shit that they're, like, purposely not talking about. So, points for her immediately. I respect that. She knows not to trust these motherfuckers.
And then then she calls her boss. And he's like, you're not supposed to be doing any work. And then she was like, I'm going to go after this guy. He's like, oh, yeah, no, for sure. I hate that guy.
Yeah. So she's in her car that she lives out of. Gets a call from her boss who's going, where's my fucking coffee, Carmine? Where the fuck is my coffee?
It's such a funny fucking interaction. It's just, you're not supposed to be a reporter. You're a fucking gopher.
You're an
You
intern.
bitch.
You're supposed to deliver my coffee and print shit out. You're not meant to do these things. And then she's like,
Yeah, but I have some shit on Goodwin. Oh, fine, fuck it. Get that asshole.
yeah, it's great. I think
all hate
it's
him,
wonderful
yeah.
that everybody universally hates this man. That's awesome. And before the duel with the spider guy, there's a point at the apartment where Yanagi is talking with everybody about the signer marks, and he's like, I only saw the full dragon symbol once, but I'll try to draw it on paper. And they compare it all, and they realize, yeah, there's 5 parts to this. There's the wings, both arms, the head, and the tail. So each signer has one of those 5 pieces. Which the wings are one tattoo, but each arm is a separate one, which feels a little bit like you're getting cheated out of something, but I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, up to that point, we're good. So this fucking duel, this guy uses Blizzard Lizards and then manages to dark synchro summon Frozen Fitzgerald.
It's not Frozen
Let's
Fitzgerald!
go!
A monster who has a negative level. And
Yeah.
Woo! Frozen
And-
Fitzgerald!
because this is a dark synchro summon, synchro cards have the white background on the card. Dark synchro cards have like a dark blue background because they're fucked up and they're evil and they're negative.
Yeah, you gotta invert the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It-
like, oh, a black card? And I'm like, but that's not until the next season.
Technically, yeah,
Um,
but it's fine.
What?
It's not until Arc V. Not Arc V.
Yeah, Zexel, bud.
You're
What the
like,
hell
I
is
have
the
a
name of
good
that
bit.
season?
Trips over his own ass.
God.
What the hell's the name of that season?
Zexel.
Zexel! I just totally slipped my fucking mind what it was called.
Yeah.
Are you
Just
okay?
like left the building.
No,
No, I'm not.
so
Okay.
Carly hears some shit going on, gets out of her car, books it, and is just like, what the fuck is the new king doing dueling this guy? He's just some dude. And the episode cuts out
Why
there.
are we doing some loser nobody? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, it's a good question. Bro uses Blizzard Lizard. Why is he giving him the time of day?
I summon Blizzard Lizard.
Fucking Blizzard Lizard.
Yeah.
What a combo. Blizzard Lizard, Frozen Fitzgerald.
I
know.
was so excited for
Oil.
Frozen Fitzgerald to come out, and then he came out, and I was like, oh, that's underwhelming.
It's a little late for him to be coming out. Pride Month was last
he
month.
looks like shit. Oh,
When is Frozen Fitzgerald going to enter the meta?
That's a good question.
I think he was a pretty good card back in the day.
Oh no, don't tell me he was meta relevant. Good God. Alright, before we hit the second part of this duel, it is, in fact, time for our funny little fucking ad break. I was debating whether I wanted to do it before we did the 2-parter or in the middle of it, but we moved pretty quick, so that decision was made for me. We're gonna get through this relatively quickly, so just bear with me. We have a Twitter, twitter.com/MillenniumMike. On there, we will post every single individual edit that is a contender for our thumbnails on a given week. So if you want the high quality versions for yourself, or if you listen to us in an audio only format and are like, what the fuck is this photo they're talking about? You can go there, check it out, download it, and save it as a phone wallpaper if you want. whatever. That gets
idea of
posted
someone
on there.
using one of my edits as a phone wallpaper is terrifying.
It's real and it could happen to you. Be afraid. We'll tease new guests. We'll keep you updated on whether or not there's any potential pauses in our schedule. Like if we have to cancel suddenly because multiple hosts can't be here, that is the first place you should go to get that information. Twitter.com/MillenniumMike. Follow us over there. We also have our Patreon. Patreon.com/MillenniumMike. Same thing. On there, for as little as $5 a month, you get access to our movie commentary tracks for Pyramid of Light and Dark Side of Dimensions, and very soon for Bonds Beyond Time as well, because that is in the middle of 5Ds. That is baked in to this podcast. We are doing that shit. That shit's gonna be awesome. I haven't rewatched that movie since before Mill Mike started. You can also watch archives of past Mill Mike stream VODs, and you can get certain benefits at certain tiers of patronage. Is that Toffee?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. At certain tiers, you get certain extra benefits that we offer, like our Blue Eyes White Dragons, our $25 and above tier, getting their names on screen and in the description for every single episode of Millennium Mike. Thank you very much to our Blue Eyes White Dragons. We also have our Forbidden Ones, our $50 tier. So thank you very much to our current Forbidden One, Zombie Slayer 51.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. And last but absolutely not least, our God Card tier, our $100 patrons. Thank you so much, ShinyMew. We appreciate it.
Yay! Wow.
And please remember that, it doesn't matter who we're talking about here. Make sure that you have enough food. Make sure that you have enough money for rent. Make sure that you can afford your electric bill. And then, if you have some extra money to throw at creators that you like, you can do that. If you do not have the extra funds to become a patron, sharing the podcast with people that you think would like it helps us out a lot. So, Don't think that you're not helping us enough because you cannot give us money. We appreciate patrons, but we also appreciate people who are just passionate about the show. And
leave reviews on podcast services.
True.
5 stars or whatever.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't actually have anything else major to promote at the moment. So
do we have reviews on all podcasts?
I actually don't know off the top of my head. I would have to go check some of those out.
I probably have like 1 or 2.
You know what? Let me go to Apple Podcasts and see.
Well, while you do that, do you like podcasts about random anime from God knows how long ago that were tie-ins for video games? Do you like Mega Man Battle Network?
No.
Well, fucking go watch Program Advance, a Mega Man NT Warrior rewatch podcast. It's been fun when we can do it. It's cool. It involves me and Yucky and Double, some other asshole. Sometimes. I don't know, he shows up like once and then fucking disappears.
What's it mean?
Anyway,
How can I make
go
this
check
about
it
me?
out.
Awesome,
Didn't actually
dude.
know if it was me or not.
That rule.
Fucking...
Maybe there's another person that's leaving.
I hate you.
Yeah. I wasn't the only one that left that podcast. So did Jim.
This is the most awkward segment every single time.
It's
God.
so funny.
Every
the
time.
funniest segment because of this.
Hey, if you want to watch some
Fucking-
Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, you can go over to my channel, The Calamity Carl, on YouTube. You can watch me and our dear friend Bridget dueling each other. Also, eventually, the Mill Mike Master Saga is gonna be back, and you get to see me and Shorah beating up each other every week.
It's gonna be great.
Next week, I'm gonna be streaming like 8 hours a day.
Who
doing
asked,
this
bro?
savage shit. It's the ad time. Fuck off.
All out
Kill
here.
his ass!
I'm in a
Go
group
watch Bio's
with 8 other
stream.
people. People
Shut up!
like my friends. And
Bye.
Senpai is going to be raiding with us. So
Oh,
come
hell
watch us.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. Carl, I love
Wonderful.
Saga with Bridget because the one episode I went and looked at the comments for on YouTube, I immediately saw somebody comment DZeef clone, and I just went, "That's great, bud. You
Yeah,
sure
I
are
saw
adding
this thing- I
so
was like-
much."
Thanks, bro. Hell yeah. That's the point.
I just want to.
Delete your tweets right now, Carl. You need to fulfill this.
Shit, you're right.
I found what might be the funniest review for the podcast, actually.
no.
December 4th, 2023, from
go.
Smoke Trev. 5 stars.
Great.
The title of the comment is Duel Me Smeppy. SMEPIE. Do I know what that means? No. But, bro said, I may be late, but you guys are lit. Listening to you high as balls is my new favorite pastime. That's awesome, man.
That's great.
I'm
That's
glad you
someone who
enjoyed.
loved that episode where I kept getting distracted by Skibbity Fortnite and 250 milligrams.
Oh no, I'm sure that was delightful for that guy. That's
Oh my
awesome,
God.
man. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. All these reviews are very sweet. There is a 1-star review just saying that it's not clean. Put up the explicit warning. I don't know how to do that, so I don't know.
You know, understandable. Sometimes you're not
Sometimes we
looking
show
for that.
gory
and you-
oranges.
Oh no.
Goranges.
True.
Oranges.
True. We're this is an episode about Dick Pitt. Like a lot's going on.
That's
Sometimes
true.
We
our
haven't
co-hosts
reached
say
Dick
shit
Pitt
Shout out
yet.
to Bridget.
I'm just thinking about the edit I have prepped. Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you should be scared. All right.
Yeah, you should be scared.
Oh,
Yeah.
one fucking last thing, because
Okay.
Shibuya said I should abuse the power of this podcast for it. I
Yeah, do
guess.
it. Do it. It's
Fucking,
funny.
if any of you out there hearing this happen to own a copy of Xenosaga Episode 3 and are willing to trade something for it, or fucking, I don't know, let me know. I'm looking for that game, and it's a fucking nightmare to try and find it for less than, like, 250 fucking bucks. I'll make artwork for you. I'll trade you Pokemon cards or something. I don't fucking know. I'm broke.
I can't really relate to not being able to find this game at a.
Well, yeah, your dog fucking delivered
Yeah,
it to
man.
your door.
Did you still need Tenkaichi, KZ?
Yeah.
I'll sell it to you.
Okay. We'll figure
Oh,
this
yeah.
out.
That's awesome, man.
I got like $10. I got you.
Oh, fucking hell.
Anyway, that's all I gotta fucking say.
Thumbs up.
All right. Is that it for everybody advertising their shit in the middle of the podcast? Are we good?
Don't forget to check out D-Ships, the Dipships Humble Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series.
That's fair.
you
All
And
Are
get
right.
excited for
finally
when the mill. Nope.
Wait, did you
Get
stop
excited
it?
for when the Mill Mike progression comes back and BIOS card questionnaire at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun. I like that one. That was a fun one.
Things are falling apart. I really should make a Patreon update post about it, but they will be back when my life is not in shambles. I promise. My life is in shambles right
We
now,
should make
like
merch.
every day, dude.
Make merch.
I'm a big fan of Bridget. Just I imagine lightly checking the server, seeing the post of Byron this
Yes.
horrible orange, going, "I'm still so confused."
She did in fact put that in here like 15 minutes ago, and it was very funny. I just look at my monitor for a second while we're talking
Yeah,
about the
and you
episode.
see Bio going, "Get out of here."
Please. Leave.
That's fucked up. That's our good friend Bridget.
Good friend. Good friend.
It's some of the group's friend.
Really fucked up.
That is really fucked up. I'm gonna stop the music for a second, and I'm gonna duff it, and then I'm gonna take you all to the Dipships ad. Have fun in the Dipships ad for a minute.
Do you enjoy boating? How about listening to some friends tell a few stories and talk about their weeks? Then I've got just the podcast for you. Dipships, the legitimate boating podcast. Every week, Carl, PM, Medi, and Nick get together and tell their favorite stories and recap what's been going on in their lives and talk about boating too, I guess. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Podbean. And we'll see you on the Nautical Mile.
I want you all to know that first off, episode 28. We're on episode 28 now. So
Yeah.
True.
I want you all to know that I pulled up my notes again. I was like just skimming through them, preparing to summarize the second half of this duel. And I almost started busting out laughing in the middle of the Dipships ad where I didn't mute my microphone because I read my own fucking note. Oh no, here comes the lizard with the fat farting ass.
Yo!
Jesus Christ.
That's all right. I had written down, all right, time to see how the rest of this duel ends up going. Is that Frozen Fitzgerald?
I fucking hate.
Oh,
Stop.
Frozen
Stop.
Fitzgerald.
My first note is all caps. Stop fucking saying its name. Stop calling it Frozen Fitzgerald. This sucks.
My second note is, fuck you, Junk Warrior. Penis blast.
God. Yeah, no, my first two notes are the Frozen Fitzgerald and then fat farting ass lizard. So that batch of notes
We're in a great
oh,
duel.
Yeah, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy.
What a great
dude.
opportunity for you to fill all of your categories at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we're kind of at that point. So second half of the duel with this guy. He's just some guy. We don't know his name. Hopefully we learn it. Hopefully we find out what he's called, ever. So Carly is here, seeing this duel, and just going, why is the king dueling some guy in the middle of the night in, like, an arena of purple fire? So she's got her camera out, she's recording this shit for posterity, and she sees that some of the damage here is, like, actually happening. Like, at first she assumes the purple fire is part of the holograms for the duel, which, yeah, a weird field spell might be able to do this. But, you know, she notices that Yusei's signer mark is glowing, but the other guy has a glowing mark as well. Again, it's the purple spider. So, something is up here. And she's gonna find out what, and she's gonna, you know, get the scoop on this. She's gonna get a nice, well-playing job at the fucking, at the fucking agency she's working at. It's gonna go great for Carly Carmine.
She's gonna get the front page. Everything's gonna be great.
Yeah, things are really gonna work out for this bitch.
Things are looking up, Carly.
Yep. So, God damn it. I just read the sentence as Yusei faces difficulty with the effect of Frozen Fitzgerald. I'm so mad. Why is he fucking called that? This sucks.
He's so epic.
He's
so cool.
He is not epic. He sucks. He's the worst.
Don't you dare say that about Frozen Fitzgerald. Don't ever say that again.
He sucks.
No, stop it.
He sucks. He sucks.
He's cool and he's based.
No,
and
he's
you're cringe.
not. He's not. If I am cringe, then so is he.
No.
He's not cringe! Uses my mind to throw everything across the room.
Saying it out loud like a fucking roleplay post in 2012 on a forum. That's awesome, dude. So, this is where we formally get the term Dark Signer. And, Bro introduces himself as a Dark Signer to Yusei and says that, Dark Signers can come back as many times as they wish. Which, weird, but sure. I guess you can always challenge him to a rematch or whatever. It's kind of weird. He says that he's gonna, like, eventually, make Yusei's mark black as well. And then Yusei talks about his bonds and how he has faith in, the connections he has with his cards and his friends. Always, like, that never changes. And, the Dark Signer's just like, alright, shit, I gotta take out your life points now, bro. So, he starts using some effects, whittle down, Yusei's life points, because Sonic Chick is on the field, and Sonic Chick is not getting taken out, because bro's deck sucks. Carly Carly is looking at this and going, oh shit, the king's gonna lose. I'm gonna be the only one with footage. Fuck yeah. She's just off in the corner watching this happen and going, ooh, hell yeah. And, you know, this guy made a fatal mistake. And that mistake was thinking that he could say that Satellite was gonna be destroyed. And not expecting Yusei to immediately get a fucking Zenkai boost from that. Because Yusei hears this and he gets pissed. He summons a bunch of monsters and brings out Nitro Warrior. Unfortunately, the lizard with the fat farting ass.
I hate him so much.
He powers it up. And he...
I thought it was so funny when he destroyed Frozen Fitzgerald with Nitro Warrior.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, ha, you idiot, it just comes back. And I was like, yeah, Yusei, why the fuck, you know that's gonna happen. And then they like do the cut, you know, the eye catch bit.
Yes.
Come back into the episode, and Yusei's just like, I knew this would happen. I activate my other effects. And I was like, you were just surprised that it came back 2 seconds ago. What do you mean?
It's fine. Bro knows what he's doing. I promise.
It was awesome.
He was leading.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Because he manages to get just enough effect damage out with Nitro Warrior to kill this guy. This guy loses, the Ring of Fire disappears, and the hood comes flying off because, you know, now that he's lost, we can see his hair. And he's some dude. He's some dude. At first I was like, are they trying to give him, like, a Johan haircut or a Monjome haircut? It's some knockoff of one of those.
I'm pretty sure his design is literally just one of the creative character designs from the 5D's DS game.
It would not shock me. I would believe it.
Because I'm pretty sure you could just put that hair on your character in fucking Reverse of Arcadia.
So what you're saying is in Reverse of Arcadia, you can roleplay as Dick Pitt.
Dick!
Considering in that game you can also get different outfits, including a Dark Signer outfit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Shit, that's crazy. Anyway, my Dick Pitt is on the screen right now.
Please show me your dick pit.
Hey, yo.
Oh, God.
Aren't you Dick Pitt?
Aw.
Oh, God.
I love that cat.
Oh,
Yeah, the cat's awesome.
love Bridget.
I also love the dog in the top left. I think that one's also a real contender for, like, really good.
Oh, I love
just
that
animals
dog.
being confused. That shit's awesome.
Love the dog and the turtle.
So Yusei immediately grabs this guy because he's been taunting him with, I'll tell you if you win. I'll tell you everything you want to know. And he's like, dude, what the fuck were you saying? What the fuck did you mean you were going to destroy the satellite? What the fuck is going on? He's like shaking him. He's grabbing his shoulders and shaking him. And he's like, what? What?
I don't know where I am.
Where
I'm scared and I want to go
what?
home. I don't want you to stop shaking me. It's scary and I don't like it. I want to go home. I don't want it.
And this is where we learn that
His name's Dick Pitt.
Well, yes, that. But also, this is where we learn that this is not your average brainwashing where they die after they're defeated in a duel. Now, this is just, you know, a spider bit them and added a couple of fucked up and evil cards to their deck. And then when they lose, the spider destroys the cards in the deck and either disappears or goes back to HQ. So they clean up the scene immediately. They got fucking damage control all figured out over in the evil lair with these guys. It's almost impressive. And Yusei, like, actively goes through the guy's deck and looks. And, fucking Fitzgerald and the Dark Tuner
and Frozen
is gone.
Fitzgerald are gone.
Yeah. Which, you know, good riddance. And this guy has...
It can come back as many times as they need it.
Hopefully not. And, you know, with all the commotion, they start hearing cops. The security is on their asses. And Yusei, being the smart one, is like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We'll talk later. And he books it. He doesn't take anybody with him. He just leaves these two to fend for themselves, assuming that they can do just that. And, you know, Carly, being the fail girl that she is, fails to get away in time because she's too caught up with her story and her scoop. Her camera gets knocked away. One of Sector Security picks it up and is just like, yeah, put your hands in the air. We're fucking arresting you. Because we got a noise complaint and all of the destruction of property happening right around here. You're the only people we can suspect.
they look at her and then they look up at the car and gesture over to it and go, "Did you do that?" And it's like, do you think this fucking spiral glasses bitch could throw that fucking car?
She's like, no. Anyway, please arrest me anyway. I put my hands up.
So yeah, they get arrested. It's unfortunate. Far as I know, this is the last we're seeing of Dick Pitt. At the very least for this session. Maybe he comes back later. Who knows?
What a horrible thing to say.
It's unfortunate, but it's the harsh realities of life, man. I can't let people
My
believe
heart
that
hurts.
I cannot let people believe they're gonna get more Dick Pitt than they are allowed by the show.
No.
So
Man, I want more Dick Pitt.
Please, bro.
So we cut back
Just a smidge of dick, please.
This is not the platform to ask for that. So we
Please.
OnlyFans.com/CalamityCarl.
God. We go into the evil lair once more. And the guy at the head of the table, his mark reappears, and it's missing a leg, which, you know, is kind of interesting. Because I'm like, oh shit, maybe this means every time one of their mind-controlled goons is defeated, a leg disappears from the tattoo, and, like, that fucks someone up. I don't know. I just think it's a cool touch. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, can't wait to see where that goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That means we're eventually gonna get a tattoo of just a spider's torso.
Yeah.
That's
gonna be funny as hell.
You tore off all my fucking legs.
They're all kind of disappointed that one of the signers got away, but they're like, no, we got plans and schemes. No, my son. And we cut to a single spider just hanging from a web right outside of Jack's hospital window, which is not good. This doesn't bode well. But, yeah, Yusei goes and tells Tanner about all this, and it's fucked up and unfortunate. But they're not the only ones keeping tabs on this, because Goodwin saw this duel somehow. I don't know how necessarily, but
Cameras?
do they have cameras in the satellite?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if he's like keeping tabs on shit around there.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, at one point when you say it's like, I gotta go back to satellite, I gotta make sure everything's fine over there with my friends. The kids are like, oh, but isn't it like dangerous over there? And I wrote down like, it's all right, kids. I got my trusty butterfly knife. Starts doing sick flips after 5 minutes, just fumbles and cuts part of his pinky off. Oh shit, fuck, no shit, not again.
That would be a little funny.
Oh no.
But here's the problem. Yusei doesn't do tricks with his butterfly knife. He only uses it for actually stabbing people.
He uses it to peel apples.
He's efficient.
Goodwin doesn't seem surprised. He just sort of like looks at all of this and goes, so they're finally making their move, dumb bitches.
I'm sorry, I just pictured you say like throwing an apple to Aki, just being like, can you peel this for me? And she's like, just eat the skin. And he's like, but I'm not allowed to eat the skin. Jack doesn't want me to eat the skin. Like that bit, and It's Always Sunny.
That's awesome, man. That's crazy. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Propaganda. It's awesome. The spider cult has people on the ground in satellite just going to like some of the more populated parts of town in the middle of the afternoon, like right outside of a bar, a bunch of drunk people sitting there, because that's a captive audience. And they're just like preaching about the Crimson Dragon and how the city is fucked. But it's fine because all we have to do is reject the dragon, and if we reject the dragon and the signers, then we'll be good. The spiders come down and bite all of the bystanders who are listening to this shit, and they start just going, yeah, we should kill this guy. We should get this guy, dude. And then Rally and Nervin are there.
Goku.
Rally and Nervin show up, and Rally starts shouting that they should all be fucking ashamed, that Yusei is the goat, that their goat is washed, that the Crimson Dragon wouldn't hurt them because that's oomph or whatever. And then everybody just gets upset, and Nervin is like, kid, we need to go. We need to get out of here. This is not the time or the place to be doing this shit. This is the morning after the duel, so Rally and Nervin find an article calling Yusei, quote, the alleged king. Basically calling him a fucking fraud. Carly from her jail cell.
Hypothetical king.
Carly from her jail cell is also reading this, getting pissed, because who should publish this article but that fucking bitch Angela? That bitch Angela has no sources cited, no photos, no videos.
Anaconda ass.
She is a fake journalist. She sucks. And
Did
Carly...
you just call her Angela Anaconda ass?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was
It is
gonna
time
gloss
for
over
Digimon
that.
the movie.
Is it because of that one bitch from that has the curly blonde hair? Is that why?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that one? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She does.
Yeah,
She
I
does
What a
seem like
fucking
that
whore.
bitch. Oh.
She got that vibe.
Cunt.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
get it. That
Oh
makes sense.
God. Hey KZ, I have a funny idea for for the damage one night. I think while you're still doing some of these X-Men movies, after one of them at random, you should just be like, all right guys, there's a little mini special we're watching before we do the next one,
my
and you just throw
God.
on an episode of Angela Anaconda unprompted.
I'm so down
I'm
for
like,
that.
before we watch X-Men Dark Phoenix,
Yeah.
I've got a something for you.
Hey, Casey, can you do
Yeah.
me a favor?
What?
In the damage, can you change Bridget's name to Angela Anaconda?
Don't fucking do that.
Oh my god.
That's vile.
Okay, hold on.
Oh god damn it.
Change nickname.
Oh, I'm gonna see this happen in real time, aren't I? Oh no.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Feel free to tag now.
Oh, god damn it. Oh,
Angela Anaconda. So quirky.
god damn it. All right. Carly.
Dorito. I forgot your name, Dorito Dust, in there. Sorry for the interruptions. Please continue.
No, you're good. Carly is in a holding cell, reading this shit, getting pissed, and then one of the officers outside is like, "Keep it down until we interview you, bitch," and shuts the door. And Carly is starting to get stressed because, oh god, she's arrested. She can't fucking be arrested. She can't deal with this. She stims by drawing another fortune from her deck. And, you know, she starts, you know, having a moment where she's freaking the fuck out again, getting loud again, and then the cop opens the door to yell at her again. That's the extent of Carly's involvement in this one, and it's really good.
My last note here about the episode is I just wrote I ordered some onion dip and Medi got chips last night. I'm gonna crack into some fucking chips and dip and it's gonna rule.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? It fucking did.
That's awesome.
That's
dude.
great.
It
We-
was the bee's tits, baby.
I'm not addressing that. We cut back to Yusei at Blister's place. He still hasn't heard from Rally and the others, so he's getting worried, even though they were technically released, and he did see that they were, released from the shipping container in the junkyard they were in before his duel with Jack. He is really worried that, after his duel the night prior, that all the signers are going to be targeted, and all the signers' friends might be targeted. And as he's thinking about this, right outside, Trudge. Trudge decides to park his ass outside of where Yusei is staying, to start shit. And, Tanner thinks that this isn't great. Why is Trudge here now? But Yusei is like, nah, I can work with this. He walks outside, he stares him down, and he just looks at Trudge and he's just like, I need to fucking talk to Goodwin. And they end the episode with a couple of cuts of them staring each other down. It's really funny.
It's such a good bit.
It is very good. All right.
It's really funny that Trudge has basically done a fucking not a complete 180 yet, but fucker's turning around. He's like, I'm gonna respect you, but only because you've done something that forces me to.
The
I still
common
hate him.
theme of this show is people who hate Goodwin. There's so many people who hate Goodwin.
And it's deserved.
Yes.
I hate that white man too.
All my friends hate Goodwin.
I love
Correct.
when he's really
Everyone
wide
hates
and
Goodwin.
huge.
Big and round.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
It inflates you big and round.
God damn it.
please no.
And then we're gonna make Bio peel you.
Ugh, episode 29. We're gonna move through this one fast. I'm dying. It's too hot in this goddamn
finally
house.
one more.
All right. Yeah, Yusei's talking to Trudge, being like, all right, I need to talk to Goodwin. You know where he's at. Take me there. And Trudge gets pissed, but Yusei, like, before Trudge can grab him by the collar, grabs his wrist and stops him and gets in one of the cop cars and is just like, you're gonna take me to see him. And Trudge does. Because that's a power move. What the fuck can he do against that?
There's a shot, like, in this part of, like, Yusei from the side where it looks like a fucking JoJo, like, anime screenshot. It's awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
I was like, dude, he's like fucking Giorno in the shot. It's just amazing.
We cut to Carly, who is getting out of
Carl?
jail. No, Carly. Carly Carmine. So she's getting out of jail. She's been interviewed. They're like, all right, you're just a fail girl. You didn't do anything. Here's your shit. Get out. And she's going through the cardboard box of her things. Her camera's not there. Her camera with the footage from the duel last night. Gone. Nobody in here respects her because she starts throwing a fit about her really expensive camera and how she's going to lose her job. And they're like, all right, now calm down. There's no camera here. There's no camera in our records. Sorry. And then her boss calls. And her day went from bad to worse. And she's not even saying anything to her boss at this point. Her boss is screaming on the phone, and all the cops are like, you need to get out. Because you are causing a disturbance in here. And that's fucked up. They drag her out of there. And they throw the box with her shit on the curb. And she's just there. No camera. Her job prospects are fucked. And she's doomed. And then she reads her fortune. And her fortune here says, you're fucked. Today is not a good day. As if she needed a fortune to tell her this. But you know, she has a backup plan for something she can cover because there is a new movie coming out called Atlas Rising, which is the most... I heard this, and I was like, this just feels like the A-Train movie bit from The Boys.
I was thinking the same fucking thing.
This is like that exact tier of dumb, stupid bullshit.
See, you say
Where's
that.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
I stopped for a minute and I was just like, isn't that a real ass fucking movie? No, apparently my brain was getting
Cloud
confused
Atlas?
with the fucking... No, well that, but also
Okay.
the No Man's Sky update that was called Atlas Rising.
That's funny. No, that's really funny. Oh my god.
That rules.
Oh,
Just incredible.
So Carly is going to this movie premiere. Her dress isn't the nicest because she lives out of her car, but she dressed up for the occasion. She's there to interview Goodwin, try to get some more info, and of course, that bitch Angela is also there, making fun of her dress, saying, oh, didn't you wear that to prom? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't mention prom. That was a real bad night for you, wasn't it? And I want to, with each moment that passes when she's talking on screen uninterrupted, my blood boils. She sucks. She is the worst. I don't know if she makes it to the end of the show, but I hope she doesn't. Anyway. They're talking, but they are completely interrupted when this bitch named Misty walks in, and I was listening to the dub as this was happening, and I heard Eric Stewart say Misty in a voice that sounded eerily like Brock, and it was very funny. Anyway, she's a celebrity. She looks directly at Carly, and Carly's kind of just stunned because that's a celebrity, and she's looking at her, and Carly is not used to that kind of attention. So she walks off because it's a red carpet premiere, and we cut to the inside of the building. Goodwin is at the top of this massive staircase, being an asshole, and everyone starts asking him shit, and some people have questions about allegations that Jack Atlas was from the satellite, and how that means he shouldn't have been allowed to duel, let alone become the king. And Goodwin is like, I do not have time for unsubstantiated rumors. Goodbye. And just leaves. So, that's great. Everybody keeps asking the questions that make him get the fuck out and not answer anything, which totally doesn't make him look bad, but, you know, he doesn't care.
He doesn't need to look back. Any press is good press. It's what he's learned.
Apparently, yeah. And Jack is in the hospital while all of this is going on. You've got
This ain't
his,
about him. This is about Carly and her beautiful lesbian wife who ran up to her and said, "You're gonna die."
Yeah, she did just sort of say that her fortune was gonna be shit, huh?
Let me read your fortune for you. Looks like you're gonna die in a couple days. Huh?
Ooh, bitch, you
That
are
sucks.
fucked.
Yeah,
Oh well, anyway, bye.
it's not great. A little intimidating to say the least. But let's see what else. Oh yeah, Trudge takes Yusei up to see Goodwin. They have to wait on him because he's busy with the movie premiere and shit. And Trudge is like, "Hey, I can duel you if you want, teach you a little lesson." And then Lazar is like, "No, you're not doing that, bitch." Anyway, Goodwin is here and he'd like to see Yusei. That's fine, but not you. You get out.
It's even better because he was like, even if you dueled against him, you'd lose.
Which, yeah, he has multiple times, so I don't know what Trudge
What
is
the fuck is
expecting.
the
here.
point?
You've tried
Necessary.
this shit already.
Like, it's true, but that was so uncalled for.
No, it's very funny, and I think he was right to just, like, bring this up again.
Absolutely, but still, it's crazy. Also, there was a point where that gross little clown man's got really big teeth, and it made me fucking uncomfortable.
Ugh, yeah. We cut again. Outside of the hospital, there's a bunch of reporters gathered around talking about Jack. Because, that rumor... The rumor that he might be from the satellite. If that's true, that's huge. So you've got this news anchor who's, like, live on camera. She gets bumped into and, like, mutters under her breath even though she's still alive. That's really unprofessional. It's a little bit fucked up. And we cut to the hospital doors because somebody in a nurse's outfit just ran in. Surprise, bitch, that's Carly Carmine, who can't afford a place to live that doesn't have wheels, but she can afford a nurse's outfit for undercover work. And I respect
Bold of you
that.
to assume she could afford it.
Okay, she went into debt for the nurse's
He said he
outfit.
had that shit for $8.99. We got this shit done.
I had to go by the Party City down in the fucking lower level.
The Party City
Yeah.
must make good quality shit because it worked. Nobody batted an
Yeah.
eye at her just walking up. It was
They're
very
like,
funny.
nobody in current year would possibly, put on a fake outfit like it's Hitman.
Surely.
She was like, it's a good thing I stole this for that one case like a couple years ago and just kept it.
That's awesome.
I really hope nobody finds out that I'm here, because if they do, they're gonna realize I'm breaking the Geneva Convention.
Oh, God. Right after she
Was she?
gets
Did
in,
she have
though-
the Red Cross?
No, there was no Red Cross here, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't
damn.
think you're allowed to do that, right?
No, that's technically breaking the Geneva Convention, which is very funny.
So, right after she gets in here, looking for Jack, Trudge arrives. And Trudge is muttering because they have him running errands like he's some fucking dog and it sucks. And he walks up in the building and a spider comes down from the ceiling and gets onto his coat. Not on his neck, on his coat. And frame one, he feels that shit. I don't know how. And then he starts fucking trying to get it off, trying to shake himself out. All the nurses in the hallway are looking at him like he's insane. And then he gets bit, and he gets fucked up and evil. Ruh-roh. This doesn't
Honestly,
bode well.
this is the exact way I would react to having a spider on me.
No, this is fair.
Nightmare.
This is fair. If I realize it's
Yeah, I'm
there.
really honed in even when I'm wearing extra layers of like,
Me
feel that?
too.
did you fucking see? Huh?
I would
Understand.
layer up
Like-
and still freak out.
Like
Yeah.
fucking back when I was a kid,
Yeah.
living in the middle of the woods in the fucking deep south. It's hot, it's humid. You know what kind of spiders we get down there?
Oh no.
Banana spiders, golden orb
Oh.
weavers that are the size of your fucking hand.
I want to throw up.
Ugh.
Yeah, I had those too.
They make webs that are incredibly strong, like massive fucking golden silk webs that are really strong, and if you run through one, ugh, the worst feeling in the world, running to get to the bus for fucking school and running face first into a golden orb weaver.
Ugh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
You
walked
think you
in
can just
spider
say
webs
this
before,
shit in
but-
public like this without like 18 warnings? This is
The warning
horrifying.
was we were
I'm
talking
I'm
about
also
spiders.
familiar with them. I am familiar with that. With that breed. I remember
They're
when
awful.
in our house in the country there was a set of bushes on the side of a window and I'd always just see one there.
Oh God.
It didn't like engage. It was just like doing its thing. So I just always saw it in that distant window. So I tried to avoid it.
Yeah.
I almost got bit
never
by
had
a
never
Black
had
Widow.
like an encounter or anything, but I was like, no.
I'm pretty sure I was helping my dad with the yard work one time, and there was a Black Widow like in a web like right by an old tree behind one of our sheds,
Oh, Jesus.
and he tried to push me into it.
Oh.
I was, before this part came in, I was already going to answer with, man, why is every story involving your dad this bad? And then you're like, guess
And then
what?
it gets worse. Yep.
Hooray!
Click the read more section to make it worse.
So, Trudge is evil now. Whoa. We cut to Jack. In his room, Mina, the assistant who really, really likes him, is there, and he's like, I want to be alone for a while. Can you just leave me alone? And, she respects it, but she's like, hey, anything you need, I'm here. And he just sort of is silent, and she leaves. She's gone. He goes and he gets his dual disc, and he walks out of the hospital. His arm is fucked up and broken. But he doesn't give a
immediately
shit.
runs into Carly.
Yeah, and Carly is there because she's looking for Jack's room, and here he is out of bed, already walking
She's like,
around.
"Oh my God, Jack Atlas! I have so many questions for you." He just walks right past her, goes around the corner.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, you're the 15,000th person who tried to get me in a newspaper.
And after turning the corner, who else shows up but Trudge?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
it's
like how
great.
they describe things as being more evil by giving them like more eyeliner.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's a
Yeah,
really
I
good
always
choice.
like that detail, the weird, jagged, like, striking stuff that's going, like, right under the eye.
Yep.
Jutting out in different places.
Like, even in original Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's how you usually know the
Yeah.
difference between Yugi and Atem is the eyes. It's great.
Yeah, I always like that, like, design consistency on the visuals for these shows. It's why I haven't watched any of the Rush Duel stuff.
Fair.
Doesn't look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking buddy fight looking ass.
Yeah. So, Trudge, his spider mark starts glowing, and then so does Jack's signer mark. And Jack asks Trudge if he's a signer. He says, yeah, I'm a dark signer. I'm a fucked up and evil signer. He's like, yeah, you should duel me. Carly, having seen the duel that Yusei was in the night prior, is like, hey, you shouldn't do this, bro. You really should not do this. You're real fucked up.
You're
right
bandaged up.
like this is bad, dude. She tells him that Yusei was in a duel like this. And, as soon as he hears Yusei won a duel against one of these guys, you know what bro's gotta do. So he's like,
You, woman, you're my arms now.
well, he looks at her and he goes, do you duel? Because she carries a bunch of trading cards with her. And she's like, Depending on dub or sub, I think her competency level is, like, just above entry level. So she knows the basics, I think. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna hold my cards and put them on the dual disc, because his right arm is what's fucked up and bandaged, but his left arm is still just fine. So she asks him to put the dual disc on, and so they are dueling as a team for this, which means that any mistakes that get made might fuck them both up. Duel starts, ring a purple fire, the usual.
Yeah.
Trudge,
Lock in.
never able to stick with one deck consistently. What is he using now? That's right, worms.
It's okay, he's possessed. It doesn't count.
No,
Leave him alone.
It's funny though, because like the worms are some of the funniest monsters for literally no reason. I looked at
They're
those
so
worm
gross.
tokens that he summons later, and I was like, that's funny. Those are just little guys. And Carly, she's really excited about this to the point where she kind of forgets that this is Jack's duel, and she starts trying to make her own plays on occasion. And then she does a very Toko Fukawa thing. And she starts fantasizing about, like, Jack picking her up in his arms, even though his other arm is fucked up and bandaged, and that's the only reason she's here right now. But, she gets into the moment. She says it's my turn. At the same time that Jack does, and it's like, oopsie, oops. And he starts out he plays Vice Dragon, which I'm only pointing out because Vice Dragon was part of the deck I played in high school. Shoutouts to Vice Dragon. He's very funny, very stupid looking.
It's so fucking ugly, dude. They made it so gross in this.
The card art is way better. Like, he's still ugly, but he's ugly with intent there because he's more of, like, a beefy dragon that's meant to be a little bit fucked
you
up.
want to see a beefy dragon? Look at fucking Strongwind.
Okay.
Strongwind's right, because bro's toned.
I don't think I've ever heard ugly with intention before.
Well, the intent
like
is
when they
that...
made
Not saying it's wrong. I've just never heard that before.
It's like when they made pugs. It's ugly with intent.
Don't compare Pugs to Vice Dragon.
Vice Dragon really is the pug of the
Vice
Yu-Gi-Oh
Dragon
world.
is like those, like, you know, it's like those experimented pit bulls that everyone says is what a Baki character looks like.
God.
Christ.
That would have been a really good edit. If I weren't rushing to not overheat right now, I would make that right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jack, turn 1, gets a strong wind dragon on the field by sacking Vice Dragon, and then adds an extra 1,400 attack to it. Or 1,000, whichever. He has a 3,400 monster on the field on his first turn. Kills Worm, halves Trudge's life points, turn 1. He should be fine, right? This is going well. Surely nothing will go wrong here. And, you know, because Jack's whole thing is being the strongest and doing piercing damage, that's why he was able to get half of Trudge's life points in this. Next turn, Jack has had to mill 3 cards from the top of his deck. You know, not a huge deal, but it's fine. Trudge summons Shield Worm, which makes Jack mill another card. And then he sets
and
one.
And he's just like, wait a fucking second.
And it's done. Jack starts thinking things through, and he starts putting shit together in his mind. Jack sees the cards that he's got. There's a specific spell, and he's, like, formulating a strategy. And Carly doesn't know how this deck functions. So she's like, oh, clearly what we have to do is beat the shit out of this guy. So she declares an attack with Jack's monster, and that goes through for some reason. Which is not great. It's really not great, but, you know, it's fine. You know, all Jack does is, you know, Trudge revives the monster that just got destroyed, having to mill another card, and otherwise, he's kind of fine. And he's just like, yeah, summon another monster in defense mode, just so we have something, and ends the turn. Next turn, Trudge gets tokens on the field, summons his fucked up and evil dark synchro monster, which is called Dark Diviner. Finally, a normal-ass Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster name. For a design that's a little bit boring, but a design that I at least respect, because it's going back to, like...
What? Do you have a problem with freezing Freddy? Like...
That's not his name.
Love that guy.
That's not his fucking name, bro.
Frozen Fitzgerald is so cool. Look at
You're
him.
like, I like that name. I don't like Frozen Fitzgerald.
Frozen Freddy just makes me think of fucking Five Nights at Freddy's, and that would be better than Fitzgerald.
Dude,
if I'm
thank
being
God
real.
that fucking Freddy Fivebear wasn't in this. That'd be scary as hell. He ate a child.
I really hate you. You did that on 2 movies last night. Where you're like, that movie was really good, but it would have been really scary if fucking Freddy Fivebear showed up. And I'm like, I genuinely do not like you.
Of course he did that.
Carl.
Of course.
Carl, do I need to send you the version of Home Alone 2 that I have on my computer where I edited out Trump and put Freddy Fazbear in instead?
You should do
Oh,
that.
that's so good.
You should do that. Yeah, that's the only scene that's changed, by the way.
Carl, 10 months from now, is going to be like, dude, we should watch Home Alone 2. I'll stream it. I'm like, no, guys. No, it's a trap. It is a trap. I remember. There's no other reason why you want to do this.
The real test of whether you remember is going to be in 5 months.
I don't even know if I still have that on my
fucking-
computer. Let me fucking
A
try
cut
and
of
find it
Home
real quick.
Alone 1 where it's just like Golden Freddy in the background, barely noticeable sometimes.
Oh, and no, every scene that has the shitty little VHS tape playing of the black and white movie, you just add a fucking Freddy Fazbear in there. Okay. Yeah. So Trudge is running a mill deck. it's a little bit fucked up because there is a point at which Trudge activates a card that puts Strongwind Dragon's attack back down to 2,000. And in doing so, that card's effect is, for every 100 attack points that his opponent's monster loses, they have to mill a card. So Jack immediately has to mill 14 cards off the top in one play. And that's not great. Carly has fucked up big time, gang. It's bad. But Jack's like, nah, I'll handle it. Don't worry. And he apparently says that she's made the duel more entertaining, which, you know, sure, man, sure, whatever you gotta tell yourself to deal with this, it's fine. And there's a point where Trudge attacks Jack, and Carly steps in front of Jack to take the hit. And I'm like, girl, you have known this man for 2 minutes. Can you calm down?
Yeah, but she was like really close.
Yeah, she was. All right. Jack plays the card that he was going to play initially before Carly decided to attack, so that he can get a couple monsters on the field and synchro summon Exploder Dragonwing, which, fucking phenomenal name for a monster that visually I think is just a little bit lacking. It is unfortunate. They don't have card art for it because it's anime only, but man. And using it, it destroys Trudge's monster, makes him take damage equal to its attack. That's 2,000. He has 2,000 left. Trudge loses again. Big fucking shock. Whoever could have seen this coming? That's crazy. But the attack from the monster called Exploder Dragonwing explodes the ceiling of the hospital all the way to the roof.
Yeah, they blew that shit up.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, they fucking broke that place.
It's
He
funny
just blew
as
up
hell.
that hospital. It's crazy.
Yeah. The reporters outside have to, like, run for cover because they are in, like, the line of a bunch of debris.
I'm sorry. Chat just keeps coming up with the new names for Frozen Fitzgerald. They've been doing it for like 5 minutes. It's killing me.
Okay.
Cold
Alright,
Conway,
fine.
Glacial Gary, Permafrost Polly, Wintry William.
Okay, Permafrost Polly is
Benjamin.
actually really good.
Bruce Benjamin's killing me. Frostbite Fauntleroy.
Arctic Arnold is just fucking Mr. Freeze from that one Batman movie from the 90s. That's great.
I'm just happy we're getting good representation on a card I was really looking forward to arriving in the anime here.
Okay,
I did
Sub-Zero
not expect this
Steven.
bit to be born from it, though. I didn't expect such hatred over his great name.
I love him. I love him so much.
God, Chili
Stop that.
Charles is also really
Yo,
fucking
Chili
good.
Charles!
Chili Charles.
Oh, man. Let's see. Carly notices that the spider explodes and, like, takes a couple cards out of Trudge's deck, and she's like, this is the same as the other time with the guy Yusei fought. That's fucked up. But, you know, Jack is still fucked up, despite the duel, so he starts to stumble. Carly catches him, and he's like, please take me outside. I cannot be in here when they start asking questions about the roof being gone. And she has the brilliant idea to put him in a stretcher, put a sheet over the stretcher, like she's taking a dead body, and run through the crowd. Which, bitch, you're running away from the hospital. If he was injured in the hospital, you should keep him in the hospital. She gets away with this, which is fine. It's just so funny how stupid it is. And Yusei is finally talking to Goodwin. And, you know, Goodwin starts being ominous again and just is like, it's time we told you the truth. And they're standing on a bridge that is not finished. So they are on, the first, like, bit of a suspension bridge, giant gap, and it is a bridge from New Domino to the satellite. And that's where the episode ends. That's crazy.
Got to be a cool
Oh.
truth if they got to make it a cliffhanger.
Really good set
I
of
hope-
Yeah.
episodes this week.
Yeah, it was a banger set, actually.
Pretty good, pretty good.
I didn't write a lot because I was just like watching it and being like, this fucking rips. This is awesome.
Yeah, this batch of episodes was just really good and really entertaining, which means that some of my notes were lacking, which is why I had to resort to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki to be like, oh yeah, this did happen. I
I'm
got
not
caught
used
up
to
in the
watching
hype.
good Yu-Gi-Oh episodes after going through GX.
What are you talking
The
about?
tail end of GX was good Yu-Gi-Oh!
It
episodes.
sucks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that was the last half of GX.
That's the one that's fresh in your memory, dude.
Everything before that was a little, there was just a couple of points where it was just like, we could have cut some things.
Alright, so it's time for our least favorite card in play. Who wants to go first for their least favorite?
Blizzard Lizard.
That's
yeah,
what I
was
wrote.
my least favorite card.
Yeah,
Did we all write Blizzard Lizard?
my
'Cause that
notes are
rules.
just, it's a tie between Blizzard Lizard and fucking Frozen Fitzgerald.
Waiting
Stop
for
it!
everyone to say fucking Blizzard Lizard.
That bitch-ass Blizzard Lizard and that fuck-ass Frozen Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Oh, God. I think I'll be the only person to say Frozen Fitzgerald just because it's funny. Because that's the
hate
bit
you.
now. And least favorite play. Does anybody have anything specific? Because I'll be honest, these episodes were good. I don't really have a least favorite play outside of, like, one.
Yeah, I really don't have like a least favorite play, honestly. Like,
My least favorite play was summoning 3 Blizzard Lizards.
That's valid, actually.
you know what? I'm gonna go a little
Oh,
a
man.
little fucking like off the books for this one. I think my least favorite play comes from Konami.
Okay.
Introducing the dark synchro monsters, and then in the TCG just making them normal ass fucking synchro monsters because they look a lot cooler in the anime with the blue stars and the fucking darker background. It just looks better.
They should have had a special
Just looks
rarity
cool.
variant where it's the anime colors. But I understand for the sake of consistency, in the extra deck,
Yeah.
you want it to look the same as a normal synchro because it's technically a normal synchro.
Yeah, it's like I get it. It's just fucking.
It's
why?
a little fucked. My least favorite play is when Carly decided to do shit in a duel that wasn't hers. Costing Jack like 6 extra turns. That's it. Otherwise, there's not really a bad play here. These were just good duels.
KZ Bio, least favorite plays.
Yep.
Least favorite. I'm trying to think of something that was particularly bad. You know what? In terms of least favorite play, Carly finding the best way to get arrested. Feel
That's
like
fair.
that was just not really well executed. And I've got no least favorite card. I love all these children. Blizzard Lizard, real good. that one worm, sure.
The worms are fun.
Sure.
I stand by this.
The worms are back.
I don't have the least
Yo,
favorite play.
yo, shout out to Worm Sex.
How does
that's
the
the
worm
word.
have sex?
I don't want to know. This is not the
Carefully.
place to learn that.
It could be. We could like open the floor.
I don't think we need to
favorite-
do that.
What about everyone's favorite card in play?
I like the Catastrog. That one looks so weird. I love it.
The
The
what?
card. Dark Tuner Cat. I don't know.
Oh,
how to say
the
it.
Dark
The one
Tuner,
that looks
yeah.
like freaking like a Death Note character.
Yeah, that one was very good.
Jeez. I mean, you're
What?
not wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. What about your favorite play, Bio?
I liked all the terrain taking physical damage from the cards.
That's fair.
Good rocked.
That was cool as hell. I get it.
Bio might as well have said my favorite play was the blowing up a hospital.
Yeah, my favorite play was the property damage. I think that was rad. That was awesome.
Oh, that's crazy. My favorite card is Frozen Fitzgerald
Yeah, of course it is.
because I love that freak. And my favorite play was the day drinking that was going on.
Yeah, of course it is.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's get
God.
Slizzard in this bitch.
Ugh.
Let's give
Oh,
Blizzard
fuck.
Slizzard.
it?
No.
KZ, your favorite card?
I'm also gonna pick Frozen Fitzgerald. That is my favorite card. My favorite play has to be Yusei fully disarming Jack at the end of that duel.
Yeah. Understandable.
To the degree where he's like, and now your speed counters will drop, and I will pass you, and then immediately rip you to pieces.
Yeah, with a 5K beat stick. Spoiler alert, that's also my favorite play. That shit was cool as hell. And I'll just go ahead with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
My favorite card, I really like the idea of the dark synchros, but Lord knows I'm not giving Frozen Fitzgerald any credit. So he's a little bit boring, but that means my favorite card is technically Dark Diviner. Because I think the idea of negative levels is the actual funniest shit I've heard from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Season. And I have to give them props for just rolling with it. It is the dumbest in the best possible way.
It's crazy because usually when they layer on an additional mechanic to the new card, they keep to it. Like Zexal and Arc V, like, hone in on that. Like, Arc V later has the Chaos Exceed monsters. And that's a part of the show. This time they're like, we have no idea. I don't know. Just make them synchros. They're dark element.
Yeah, which is funny.
We're not doing this inverted star thing in the actual card game. But when I played on old freeware Yu-Gi-Oh! Sims, did they respect the rules.
Oh yeah, no.
I was playing on the Beyond game engine you could get on browser. Playing Duel Monsters Genesis on there, where you're like a little RPG maker sprite with other people online, and then you would do that. They respected the anime rules.
That's
I forgot
rough,
that
man.
existed.
And Shorah, what were your favorite card in play?
Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna say not favorite card, because he wouldn't become a card until fucking like properly recently.
Okay.
But favorite monsters, Crimson Dragon. I just think that thing is the coolest, sickest shit that 5D's introduced. It's just so fucking cool looking.
I respect that.
Favorite play, I'm just gonna say summoning fucking Fitzgerald, sending chat into a goddamn let's make a whole bunch of different fucking names for him. That's great. I love it when shit like this happens naturally.
Alright, well...
I love it when we get Nippy Neil, Cold Carol, and Kelvin Kevin.
Kelvin Kevin might actually be the best one.
Oh, yeah, Kelvin Kevin is inspired.
Celsius Sephiroth.
I'll be honest, Kelvin Kevin might be the name of the episode. I'm gonna write that one down. That's really good.
Dude, Dick Pit summoned Kelvin Kevin. This is crazy.
Oh my god. Alright, well, that solves that problem, so thank you to whoever wrote that in chat. I did not catch it. Hey, our next episode of the show, Milmike 5D's 7, will be on August 3rd, and we're going to be covering episodes 30 to 35. That's right, we're doing 6 next time, baby! Please look forward to that.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Every time you hate that number, know that I wrote the number.
Yeah, KZ did the scheduling on this one, and that's fine. Because we've had so many 5s. We were going to end up hitting a 6 eventually. The fact that it took exactly 6 episodes of the podcast is kind of funny.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's better than the alternative where I would have ended up having to have us do the previous episode and the episode before do 7 each, just to have a clean break in season 1. But I'm like, no, they don't care that much.
No, absolutely not.
They're totally fine with it 2 openings playing in one set. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I think that's sick as hell. It's interesting seeing them back to back. All right. Is there anything anyone wants to say before I give us the outro read and then fucking get us out of here because I'm dying. It's hot as hell in this hot ass bitch ass room I'm in.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
It's about to be.
I like our show. I think we did a really good job, except for the parts we didn't.
And if you think we did a good job, make sure you go over to patreon.com/MillenniumMike and support us financially directly. Please.
All right, well,
hook the catheter of money up to our pee hole.
No.
What?
All right, I'm deafening now. God damn it. Thank you all for listening to the Millennium Microphone. Thank you all for your continued support of the show. 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Series deep. Thank you to everybody who turns out for the live recordings. Thank you to everybody who watches the pre-recorded stuff on the Sundays. None of what we do would be possible without you guys and your continued support. So, again, thank you very much for that. always remember that if you are interested in voting for our thumbnails on any given episode of Millennium Mike, if you show up on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/ShibuyaGato, once the episode is fully recorded, we do let the chat vote on what the thumbnail image is. So if there's a specific banger and you're mad that it wasn't actually the thumbnail, if you come out for the live show, you get the chance to make that happen. Democracy in real time. It matters. Vote. I don't know where I'm going with this, I'll be honest. Until next time, we will see you next duel.